Buckheads. I'm a Dola. I'm in fucking Dola. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, it's a live stream of me watching New England Patriots beat the shit out of the New Orleans Saints in their house. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm into American football. I'm a Patriots fan. By the way, anyone start this shit about cheating or shit like that, you're getting banned. I'm not listening to it. It took me fucking long enough to fucking set up this live stream shit. For the record, Patriots are up 7 points.
Want to get away? Now you can with Southwest fares as low as $59 one way. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
T-Mobile Netflix.
T-Mobile's Unlimited now includes Netflix on us. That's right, Netflix on us. Get 4 unlimited lines for just $40 each. Taxes and fees included. And now, Netflix included. So go ahead, binge on us. Another reason why T-Mobile is America's best unlimited network.
Before I had the shooting, burning, diabetic nerve pain, these feet loved every step of fatherhood and made old cars good as new. But I couldn't bear my diabetic nerve pain any longer, so I talked to my doctor and he prescribed Lyrica.
Lyrica may cause serious allergic reactions, suicidal thoughts, or actions. Tell your doctor right away if you have these, new or worse depression, unusual changes in mood or behavior, swelling, trouble breathing, rash, hives, blisters, muscle pain with fever, tired feeling, or blurry vision. Common side effects: dizziness, sleepiness, weight gain, swelling of hands, legs, and feet. Don't drink alcohol while taking Lyrica. Don't drive or use machinery until you know how Lyrica affects you. Those who've had a drug or alcohol problem may be more likely to misuse Lyrica.
Now I have less diabetic nerve pain.
Ask your doctor.
American ads are fucking retarded.
Know what makes retirement less scary? Getting a check every month. With an income annuity from New York Life, you pay some money up front and then get checks for the rest of your life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 check. You do that life, New York Life. This fall, Comedy Lives Next Door. 9JKL premieres CBS Monday, October 2nd. Here I am,
Tom Brady's first touchdown pass of the season. 6 of 7 on that drive, and all the completions went to running backs. Or in one case, a tight end, Gronkowski, as Burkhead has 2 rushes, 2 catches, including the touchdown. Gronkowski sends it down to about the 6, where Edmonds steals it and is shoved out of bounds. Marquise Flowers is the one to meet him there. We got a flag on the field.
Yeah, so he missed the field goal. Oh, for fuck's sake, a fucking face mask. This is actually a really good matchup. Brady versus Breeze. One has 5 Super Bowl rings. The other one has 1. That's cool, dude. Set. I'm just gonna call you Set because I cannot pronounce the rest of that name. My bad. Dude, make sure you sub to the channel. I probably will be live streaming all the games, NFL games. I will be gaming. We'll be doing all that shit. Especially Madden NFL actually at that. Hey, If you're a Patriots fan, subscribe. I'm just hoping the Patriots defense do good. Gilmore now, he was shit. Good man, good man. Gilmore was shit last week, and I'll be honest, he gave up too many passes for the amount that he was brought in for. He should be doing fucking a lot better. What? No. Ah, for fuck's sake. Why didn't you just make chicken stir fry? Aaron. No. Do not turn it on.
They said, hey, we're giving this to Butler. He's earned it. And that's what they do in this system. If you earn it, you get to play. Coach Patricia looking on as Adrian Peterson enters the game.
If you're about 9 o'clock. Roughly, give or take.
Not much there, just a couple. Down to the Patriots 28. You touched on this before, but the distribution with only 8 drives last week. This is how they work things out with the backs. It's going to be really hard for Sean Payton to keep these 3 guys happy. Ingram had a great season last year, averaged 5.1 yards per carry. Ingram and Peterson have obviously an incredible career. And then you got Kamara, who literally might be their top running back right now. They want to play a ton. 3rd and 7 as Ingram comes back in.
Okay, so it looks like a field goal. They're going to go for. Let's see how my fantasy team is motherfucking doing. Yeah, I'm still losing. Haha, fuck. Oh shit, they have Brandon Cooks on their fucking team. Shit. Then again, if Odell Beckham plays and he plays to his potential, hopefully. But the live stream I'm on is actually working right now. Hopefully it stays working. I pretty much do on the channel, and I'll be honest, I do like wrestling fucking as well. Live streams of pay-per-views, but like it's my reaction, but I'll also talk through it. I might stop doing the wrestling, so I'm doing starting a podcast this Saturday. So if you're subbed, well, sorry, Seth. Hey, John Cena! When you do sub, make sure you turn your notifications on so you get notified when uploaded. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do it live or if I'm going to do it recorded. I haven't decided yet.
The all-new 2018 Toyota. Let's go places.
Bye, Aaron. Do you need the sauces? Fuck off, Aaron. I can't say what I want you to do. I'm on live stream. Yes. Not talking to myself. I'm not crazy yet. Just saying.
Can you repeat everything you just said? My live stream won't load.
What here?
Wrong sport. Wrong network. See, you need unlimited on Verizon. It's American.
You knew I had them done.
LTE network.
You fucking did. You did. Get away from my gloves, you.
It's the red zone. Pretty sure it's the strike zone. Here, use mine. Alright, see you on the court, kid.
How much is it gonna cost?
Heads up.
When it really, really matters, you need the best plan you can.
How much, Aaron?
Plans now start at $40 per line for 4 lines.
Here's €3. Go away.
You're a mess. You're living in my garage, so I no longer have a man cave.
No, you do. There's just another
Aaron.
man living in it. SNL's Bobby Moynihan comes to CBS.
Oh, fucking hell. We got 4 people. 4 people.
Because I'm not Catholic. Yeah, seems about right. Me, myself, and I. Premiere September 25th.
So, guys, who are you rooting for? Patriots or Saints? I know we got at least one Patriots fan in this fucking stream.
Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. Verizon, the best network and the best unlimited.
Don't need to square shit.
By the Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
Okay.
New Orleans, I want to include a visit to the World War II Museum, opened here in 2000. Something special.
Our Patriots are getting the ball back. Let's see what they can do in this drive. The defense, I won't say it stood up. There was still a few fucking bad fucking plays, but they stood up and held them to 3, so that's good.
All this talk about, wow, that was a rough start, boy, for New England. You know, the numbers and everything. But the last 3 times the Patriots lost their opener, they went on to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you see, that's important fact for anyone that's listening. The last time Patriots lost, anytime the last 3 times Patriots lost their opening game, they won the Super Bowl. The first one was in 2001 when Tom Brady stepped onto the field for the very first time, and the last one was for their 4th Super Bowl victory. The former Saints, Brandon Cooks, that was broken up.
Knocks it down. Meanwhile, on the Saints side, it is a little more urgent here because this has been, unfortunately for their case, gotten borderline chronic here the last 3 years. 2-2-3.
I say Sean Payton could be on the
They're not as
fucking fence now.
obviously these last 3 seasons, so they can't overcome it. They need to just grind out, somehow win some close games early to keep them in it. You know, they just aren't quite as gifted on that side of the ball as New England has been.
Alright,
Second and 10. Fake
full play.
and they go back to
It's a screen. Oh, that was good. That was a decent play. This is the type of plays Patriots do, is fucking short, dinky passes. But I think they need to start doing short, dinky passes, then one over the top. They have the receiver. There's no point spending money on that receiver and not doing something like that with him. There's no point whatsoever. I saw on a group on Facebook last week, they were saying, why are you having a 40-year-old quarterback throw the ball down the field? Do you know why? Because he's Tom motherfucking Brady.
duty by Devlin as he's a lead.
Running the ball. Oh, that's a good run. That's a good decent run. 6, I think. 5 or 6.
Come in and prepare for much of a fullback type game plan. No one's doing that in the NFL right now. Belichick just took us back 15 years, and this is how they played early on back in Brady's younger career. And I think what you're going to find is, you know, as they do this, they're going to have to take shots down the field as the game progresses. But it's just hard to defend because you don't see it every week. There's more fullback in this first quarter than any other team, I promise you, in the NFL at this point.
Second and 4.
Yeah, 6.
Give us
Oh, he was swallowed up behind the line. He lost 2.
by Cameron Jordan.
2 to 3 he lost.
It's going to be a big matchup to watch today as Cameron Jordan moving around everywhere. And he was a matchup nightmare in week 1 for Minnesota. He's their best defensive player right now. He's playing good.
Then fight through Solder. And set him back a yard. Third down coming up. Brady with pressure from behind. Gets rid of it.
Holy shit! Run!
Breaks off the tackle.
Gronk fucking touchdown. That should have been a sack. That play reminded me a lot of, well, the catch on the helmet.
They're asking where he was last week.
What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
He just buys
See, this is why Tom Brady is the motherfucking best.
Well, the guy that was covering him was the same guy that gave up the touchdown to Burkhead, Anzalone.
He played him good. I mean, who has to cover for 9 seconds like that? He ran all the way across
Sorry, Seth. My bad.
and then he wheels it up out of
Oops.
that. That's not a real actual.
Sorry. My bad. Like, I'm sorry, but I couldn't help that one. It was Gronk. It was going to be a spike. It was his first touchdown of the season. I'm sorry. My bad. Sorry. Please forgive me.
Fellas, if you told me we'd be standing here tonight, I would have said you were dreaming. And what a dream it's been.
Remember when everyone wrote us off? Did that stop us? No! Because every drill, every loss, every time you fall down and get back up.
So, guys, what is your NFL stories? How did you get into NFL? If you're from the States, do also say the States, and be it your dad or your mother was a fan of whatever. Say it. I have no problem with that. I might live stream another game, the later game. I won't be live stream the night game because I'll be asleep. Bear in mind, I'm in Ireland. Yeah, I'm not staying up that late. Fuck that shit.
Slovakia, Triceratops, Tapioca, Racquetball, Staccato, Pumpernickel.
Pumpernickel? What the fuck?
Home Quote Explorer. It's home insurance made easy.
That's what it is. Hey guys.
We don't just want to watch the games cable gives us. We want all the teams, no matter where we live. With DirecTV NFL Sunday Ticket. We want Falcons in New York. Jets in LA. Bears in New Orleans. Or Buccaneers in a quaint little New England bed and breakfast.
Can you please pass the marmalade, Charlie?
I sure can, crazy pirate.
Switch to DirecTV and get every game every Sunday.
So again, guys, what is your NFL story? Why? How did you get into watching American football? What's up, Nero? What? Say hello. Say hello. He's a bit camera shy.
Tell you what, you lose the bow tie, and I'll take you to Radio Shack.
Husky watching football. I should really title it that. If I title that, that's gonna get a shit ton of views, and I already know it. I ain't titling that. Don't worry. Gronk is bald as fuck.
This Patriots offense has really confused the Saints defense. It's got 3 rookie starters, 7 new starters from a year ago, and all
Their defense, the Saints defense was shit the last couple of years.
Yeah, you're gonna run out of these plays eventually. These first 15 or 20.
I'm calling now. Patriots are winning this game. There's no doubt about it. I don't care what anyone wants to say. Patriots will win this motherfucking game. I will go about bit my channel on it, but I'm not going to do that.
Now, he had Rankins right on him, but he's after not throwing a touchdown against Kansas City, he's got 2 here in less than 10 minutes in New Orleans.
Is there anybody better coming off after a loss or a bad game? I mean, you just knew that he was going to come in here and give his best performance up to his standard. That's who he is.
Brady is the best that there is, that there was, and that there ever will be. How's my fucking fantasy team doing? Okay, I'm only like 19 points behind, which is not bad. Not the level that I wanted to be at.
They got flags down. Lawrence Guy was one of those that really broke up the play, the defensive lineman for New England.
Yeah, Guy gets up on Ramchek.
Holding. Offense, number 71. That's a 10-yard penalty replay. First down.
The fuck?
Yeah, this is a huge
Yeah.
play. This is the biggest
Don't do this to me.
You're going to see that matchup right there as he goes. He's going to hold. And Brees is going to see right there. See him running across the field? He's going to have Coleman wide open. But because he puts his hand there, now we get the hold from 10 yards back. That's a 30-yard difference in a play. That's how small the NFL is right there. You're 30 yards basically without the penalty difference or not because one guy either held up or didn't.
Ramchek, the last pick in the first round. coming to the Saints when they gave Cooks to New England. Breeze, deep drop, and fires it incomplete. He's trying to hook up there with Thomas. But Ramczyk and Pete on the other side. Again, 2 tackles. Their starting tackles both out. Ramczyk, who only played 1 season of Division I football at Wisconsin.
Yeah, he just hasn't got a lot of reps. Now, this is a byproduct of the Brandon Cooks trade. They felt comfortable with Thomas. They get this guy in the draft with that first-round pick when they sent over Cooks. They like Ramczyk. It's just going to take a little time. He struggled last year. Tough time.
Second and 12. They played him on the left side last year. Good streak.
Not going nowhere. That was good defensive play. Fucking hell.
Patriots defense all over that, including Van Noy.
Dude, no. I'm not getting copyright strikes. Sorry. This is live stream. This is where I discuss everything about the game. And you know what? Because I'm such a nice guy. That's all you're getting. Not true. That's all you're getting. But if you subscribe, I might send you a link. I said might. Doesn't mean I will. I probably won't. Nah, I'm not gonna. Oh. Oh. Nah.
Drew Brees, I don't feel great right now. I just saw what Tom Brady just did in these first 2 drives. I know how important each drive is. This drive right now, I'm over on the sideline and I'm saying, come on, defense, this is big. I really need you now.
Morstead, who averaged 57 yards on 3 punts against the Vikings, gets the fair catch from Chung at the 32. Brady and company coming back out, up 10.
A scratch.
That's more than a scratch.
What do you think about a new truck, buddy? I am so sorry.
Talk to a State Farm agent today.
Don't stop me now. If you want to have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me, don't stop me, don't stop me. Hey, hey, hey. Don't stop me, don't stop me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Don't stop me, don't stop me. Have a good time, good time. Don't stop me, don't stop me. Don't stop me. Having a good time. Don't stop me. Yes, I'm having a good time. I don't want to stop at all.
The all-new 2018 Camry. Toyota. Let's go places.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Toyota. Let's go places. And by State Farm. Here to help life go right.
This was Gronk recently making 7-year-old Patriots fan Ryan Feeney's wish come true, surprising him during the dedication of a new football field in his backyard. So, the Patriots come back out. Gronk stays on the sideline for this first snap. Anzalone, by the way, the rookie linebacker, not out there as they hand it off to Philip Dorsett, who they recently picked up in a trade from Indianapolis. Tony, what did you see in your tape room?
Well, what I see is Tom Brady's quiet feet. Quarterbacks over the years, we all study Tom Brady because he's playing at the highest level of anybody. Watch how quiet he is in the pocket with all this around him. He'll almost stand still. Most people get in rhythm. This receiver, this year. No, I'm going to stand here and read everything from a quiet pocket. You just saw him throw that touchdown a second ago with 4 guys, 8 guys around him with everybody.
He's already had 130 yards, 2 passing touchdowns. And he's not done yet. First down. That was good. A good run.
We all want to get momentum into our throwing motion. It's really hard to throw without getting your feet to move forward, move into the
You watching the game, Nero? Whoa. You watching the game? Who are you going for, Patriots or Saints? Saints? Oh, fuck off, so you're not. Come here. Hey, you have to go for the Patriots now.
Left side and pick up of 3. JB and Coach Gower have the update from the studio in New York.
Turnovers hurt. Yeah, Tampa Bay's home opener right here after Papa 3 going for Chicago. Mike Evans catches his ball from Jameis Winston and they are up 10-0.
That was, they're just showing a fucking replay of Evans catching the ball in Tampa. That looked good.
I trust it was caught. Thank you, JB. Thank you, Coach. We've got the rookie Hendrickson, Troy Hendrickson, down on the field. And while they attend to him,
Ireland, Julian. Yourself?
We'll be back in 30 seconds after this from Lowe's.
So you're a 49ers fan? Or am I wrong in saying that?
You have plenty of friends, just not plenty of space.
Rams. Now, I'll be honest with you. They're probably going to do something good this year. They're not. I don't think they're going postseason. But if they can get on a good win streak, in the sense of if they win more games than loses, that's always a positive. Who's their starting quarterback? Because Sam Bradford, they should never trade it, and that's fucking my own opinion. Normally, I keep up to date with all the quarterbacks. Well, majority of teams, but this year I don't know what. I'm just literally looking at the Patriots. That's all. Oh no, he was the number 1 pick for last year. I think it was last year. And what's and how's he looked so far? I suppose is the question. You see, it's one of those things. It's kind of hard to find a good defense. Like, but I always thought the Rams' defense was decent. Like, I'm not going to say it's fucking A class. Well, the Colts' defense isn't great, and I know they're a lot better than what they were, but they're not anything spectacular, and that's being straight up honest about it. Lads, you cannot defend against Gronk. Jesus. Julian, if you're not subbed, man, get subbed. I plan on live streaming every single game this NFL season. On Patriots at least. I don't know if I'll do any other ones than the Patriots, but definitely will be doing all the Patriots, or as much as I can. Also, if you're into wrestling, WWE, I do a lot of that on the channel. I do a lot of gaming on the channel. Pretty much anything I'm interested in, I do on the channel. Plain and simple. Also, turn on your notifications so you get notified when I do upload, because with live streams, Hold on a minute. Can I see it? Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I kind of was mean to say something there, but hold on. He was wide open with 3 Saints players around him, and they stood and let him catch that ball. Anyway. But anyway, look. Turn on notifications, all that shit. You get notified when I upload. I could go start do a live stream tomorrow evening. It depends on how I feel when I get home from work and whatnot. The best way of knowing is either follow me over on Twitter at CurseCelt, or fucking say for me, fucking turn the notifications on. That's it. I tried. I cry every time. How is my defense, or how's my fancy team doing? Not great, to be honest. Kind of 9. Lads, come on. My tight end, my wide receiver hasn't done anything. And why is the live stream off? Don't fucking stop. I need to stop refreshing that page. Alright, I think it's coming back. I hope. I'll cry if it doesn't. Yeah, cry and cam. What the fuck? Oh fuck, the live stream's gone down. You know what that means? Scramble and find a new one. Where are you? Oh, they've taken all the fucking shit down. That's what they've done. Hold on, we might be back in business. We might be. I'm working on it. Technical difficulties and all that shit. Get subbed and all that shit as well. Come on. You bastards. Fuck you anyway. Fucking. Alright, let's try this and hope for the best. Yeah, I'm working on getting live stream back. Working on it. Is key word here. Working on it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ladies and gentlemen, we're experiencing technical difficulties. Fuck my life. Yeah, that's the one.
Philadelphia and Kansas City, New England all over.
Look, fuck it.
As we've seen in our main game, and Pittsburgh up
fuck
on
it.
the Minnesota Vikings.
Patriots scored again.
The Steelers, so they are going to stretch their lead against the Vikings, who are playing without the injured Sam Bradford.
I hate watching Sky Sports. For those of you who are from Ireland or England,
What they've done in this first quarter.
the commentators on Sky Sports don't have a fucking clue.
Remember, they ran a lot of tight end sets, and they had Bill O'Brien at coordinator. This is really taking it back. We keep talking about it, but he knows where to go with the ball, what matchups are good, what's not. You know, just such a plethora of stuff in his brain that he's done great. Go to a different offense, keep moving.
Kamara, he is lost at the 20.
They ain't going nowhere. I think what's after happening, guys, is the Patriots defense got fucked out of it for last week's game, which rightfully fucking so, they were shit, and they decided to come and play it today.
Push it into too much coverage, but this is a monster drive this early in the game.
Just seconds ago here in the first quarter. That was some special teams tackle by.
Bear in mind, we're 12 seconds away from the end of the first quarter. Score is 20-3.
There he is at Brigham Young University.
Now, Drew Brees, he's a good quarterback. He could bring this back easily. I had Adrian Peterson on my fantasy team. I dropped him. I don't think he might have one or two good games, but not enough to have me carry him.
NFL on Sky Sports, brought to you by DraftKings.
In conservation, Brandon Cooks has done nothing for him, and same with Larry Fitzgerald.
Switching personal and business current accounts has never been easier. Over 3 million people have moved bank accounts with the current account switch service.
Great morning to you.
I am not sure I understand. Captain Obvious.
What's not to understand? Thanks to Hotels.com, I got this room for less. Woohoo!
I am not sure I understand.
Money off. Woohoo!
Calling Jenny Woo.
Save 10% on your Hotels.com booking using code SALE10. Here at Enterprise, we have a huge range of cars, vans, and luxury models.
So no matter what you confusing Brits do on the weekend, we've got a vehicle for you. Have a nice trip. Cheers. I just rented a van for a chicken. As we say in the U.S., the customer is always right.
So whatever vehicle you need, we've got it. It's UK Car Hire.
The U.S. customer service.
Chris Gale returns as England face the Windies in a 5-match ODI series. Two heavyweights of white ball cricket. England beat the Windies. Starts Tuesday live on Sky Sports Cricket.
When was the last time you saw the news and were terrified? The Russell Howard Hour starts Thursday at 10 exclusively on Sky One.
NFL on Sky Sports, brought to you by DraftKings.
That's the most in the first quarter for a Brady start. 20 points. They actually had 21 in a Castle start in a game back in 09. But here it is, 20-3, and they had extended time off getting prepared for this game, having opened on a Thursday night 10 days ago.
Yeah, I mean, were you saying that they should start Castle then?
No, I'm just trying to compliment that beautiful graphic right there. But I want to hear about what this Patriots defense has been up to. Well, this time it's Overts again for a big completion and a first down.
You're going to see Brees get real aggressive on this drive. They got to come down. They've got to score points on this drive. Belichick right here, good adjustments after last week. The difference is they got pressure on a couple cases to make Brees throw it a little bit earlier. Last week they didn't quite get that at certain times. They've adjusted well so far, but I just can't believe they're going to hold down this Saints offense consistently.
Brees, and unable to hold on to it is Kamara.
One of the keys that New England did was just come out of this game, right out at the start of this game. I mean, scoring all these points, people don't realize it just made it a home game almost. You don't even hear the crowd in here when they're out there on the field. When this place gets rocking, you got to go to a silent cadence. You got to start doing. Tom Brady hasn't had to deal with any of that. That's what the fast start does. It almost creates an environment you feel comfortable in.
It's a little bit shocking, isn't it? I mean, the defense of the Saints obviously right now completely overmatched and confused. We got a flag out.
Flowers.
It will be against the Patriots.
Defense, number 98. The flag penalty. Still second down.
They even put the Saints offense on its heels, too.
Yeah, just feel like even the Saints offense right now just doesn't feel, you know how fast they get out of the huddle, they get out, they snap the ball, Breeze gets up there, boom, 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 boom. That's just not, look at it, kind of moving slower. You feel that energy, you feel that. They got to get rid of that. They got to do something on the stride.
2nd and 5, and going down the field, and what a catch! There it is, Tony, right as you ordered it. Camaro with the catch.
That was good.
That's a running back.
They had Chung on him.
Outside, and he's just going to run single high man right up the sideline. I mean, you just never throw that ball without a double move, some sort. Sean Payton loves this kid. He thinks he's outstanding. He thinks he's got a bright future. They're going to use him a lot of different ways. I mean, you couldn't do that with Sproles back in the day. This guy's got some unique ability.
He picked up 38 yards. Here's a handoff to Peterson, and he plows ahead. Works the middle for 4 or 5.
Have a key in the red zone, like I said, run the football. If they can run the football and get 4 or 5, now you can do anything. 2nd down Belichick right now, he doesn't have a good play call. He's got to play a run defense and try and be okay on the back end. And if you want, you can do anything. You play action here, you're going to get one-on-one matchups. It makes everything easier.
Yeah, 1-on-1 against Butler and
in the backfield, and everyone in tight.
Grissom.
Saints have 2nd and 5. Second straight carry to the 2012 MVP, and he got another first down at the 11. A gain of 6.
It's a great job. Telemedia, left guard, he's just going to pull. You see him come right there and kick out the side. Boom!
Well, he pushed back. Landed Roberts. And now the Saints. This is something they couldn't finish off against the Vikings, but one time in 5 red zone trips.
Yeah, you're going to see a motion right here coming across the field. Breeze is going to snap and throw it.
And his pass was intended for Thomas at the 5. So 2nd and 10 at the 11. Bring in another tight end. They'll bring in Hill.
You know, Sean Payton loves the red zone night. He spends he'll spend like 2, 3 in the morning coming up with just each week is brand new. And I know he enjoys it. And it separates a lot of teams coming up with great play. Check, kill. They got 14 of them.
Take the run. Roll out. Complete to Hill.
Nope. Going nowhere, you fucker. Well, you got 5 yards, but...
Of course, you have a great idea of what Sean Payton's going to do because you played for Coach Payton when he was on Coach Parcells' staff at Dallas when he came into the league.
Yes, I did. He taught me a lot. Good job. Just play action bootleg, coming back, and some great open field tackles. McCourty and Sean, good tacklers. They've been in the system a long time. Makes everyone feel comfortable having guys like that back there. Let's see the design of this play.
To 34.
It's up to the fade inside the 16.
There's the pass to the end zone, and it is 16. It's Coleman for the touchdown.
Okay, touchdown. Saints need... high pitch voice. The Saints needed that, though.
Well, I just love this right. You're going to put Hill, he's going to run basically a pick on it. It's a fade by Coleman from the inside. And whenever I see a tight end on the outside and a cut split, and you got a big receiver inside the 5, you're going to see some sort of a fade route by that inside receiver. And just a good throw catch. I mean, that's a coach getting your guy open with his game planning all night. And you love that. You know, makes your job easier.
Coleman does have size. Quick in. Pulls it down. Saints have a touchdown and an extra point. So they answer back with an 80-yard touchdown drive and Breeze to Coleman for the score.
Nope.
Yeah, that Drew Brees fella's not bad either, is he? Let's have a look at red zone, and this is worrying for the Carolina Panthers. They lost Kelvin Benjamin earlier in this game against the Buffalo Bills, and Greg Olsen, who signed a contract extension late in the summer, has gone out of that game with a foot injury. You see him there with his shoe off. That score is currently 3-0
Of course,
for the Panthers.
of course, and
that would be a
fucking
big loss for
my
Cam
quarterback
Newton and the Panthers.
is...
Let's go back to the New England touchdown to Chris Hogan, because You guys are saying this is classic.
Jason, how does he look different?
What we're used to seeing.
He's
This is
the
what they
best
do.
there
They
is,
do it
best there
so
was,
well.
best there
Let's take
ever
a look
be,
at
will be. The
how
greatest
the
of all
Saints
fucking
helped them
time.
in this situation. Take a look at the alignment of the defenders. Here, here, and here.
Oh, look, this
These
is the
defenders are
houses.
all on the same plane. That means
And because of that, you can legally pick them. You can run a legal pick at the line of scrimmage.
right. And take a look at how they just come right down here.
There's the pick.
And then they free it up for Hogan. We'll run this forward now, and you'll see how easy they
There's
make
the
it.
pick. And he's wide open
Wide
after
open.
the pick.
Not even close.
No, and this is why the New England Patriots have 217 yards of offense already. But it's hard for these defensive backs, my old mates in the defensive back union, because isn't that exactly how the New Orleans Saints got Brandon Coleman open as well? Getting
Absolutely.
physical with the defensive backs. Let's have a look.
Yeah, you can set this pick. It's a legal one. And what happens is if all the defensive backs are stacked at the line of scrimmage, and watch the collision there. Just to kind of screen the defender enough so the receiver can get open and so the quarterback can complete the pass. We call what we levels call. That means the defenders have to be on different levels so that traffic can pass without a collision. And then you can pass cleanly and still provide coverage on the receiver.
Do you know why they let the receivers do that, Sean?
Why is that?
Because we all love offense.
Passing lead.
That's why I'm over.
Passing lead.
I'll say that why I'm over this side. But how do we get some defense from these New Orleans Saints, Solomon?
I think the New Orleans Saints, the only thing you can hope to do is to get pressure on Tom Brady. Cam Jordan is getting close, but he can't get there soon enough. It starts with pressure on the quarterback.
Pass, and as they took 9 plays to cover the 80 yards, and they scored on a third down throw to Coleman. 7 different targets so far with catches for threes. But kick will not be returned again. Third straight touchback earned by him. Hurricanes Harvey and Irma impacting millions of people. Join in the huddle for relief. RedCross.org/NFL or text Red Cross to 90999 and donate $10 to American Red Cross Hurricane Relief. Now we'll see with the offense for the Saints that brought some life to the inside of this old Superdome. Is this perhaps something for the defense to have a new attitude? And as the pass comes over to Gronkowski, he's tripped up just a gain of 2. The Kyle on him right away. That's his 4th catch. The plays he's made in that first quarter, pretty amazing.
It's all man-to-man. Yeah, it's all man-to-man on Vaccaro, and he just runs up and runs out, and this one just, the extension, the play just took way too long for Anzalone, and I'll tell you right now, if Gronk is great separation for Brady, it's going to be hard to keep playing the coverage that Kansas City plays.
That last completion to Gronk just went for 2. It's 2nd and 8. They take the one with Gillisley and go to the other side and find Gronkowski incomplete.
Brady just hurt himself there, just got it out, just needed to take a quick little breath. Take 3rd down right here, let's see. In the past weeks and the past years, they've come after you. A good quarterback, that's what Dennis Allen does. But that's not what Kansas City did last week.
5 for 5 on 3rd down.
He's 5 for 5. Timed out.
And now Brady.
Looks like they had some issues getting lined up. And when the play clock was becoming an issue.
Stroud's starting to get back into it. That was the loudest we heard him. And they need to. They need to give Brady that feeling, a little bit of trouble. He can't just communicate with receivers. If Brady can just tell you, hey, run a slant here in their own verbiage, then you're in trouble. That's why they're so tough to beat normally at home. And let's see Brady look at Hogan.
Hey, where are you going?
Hey, guys, listen. Hogan's like, I'm sorry, Tom. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
3rd and 8.
Fuck's sake. Alright, Saints defense stood up. Fucking wankers.
Kihaha with the sack. Kihaha right here. You see Cameron throwing a little inside pressure. Kihaha just comes off the edge. Just gets over and just, you know, he had a really kind of rough week last week. The Soldier didn't play much in the preseason. Not seeing quite the same guy we've seen in years past.
Again, on the return.
Oh.
And still on his feet.
Good, good, good.
Out near the 40. Cardona, the snapper, helped shove him out. So, Kikaha with the sack, and the Saints defense
Highlight
finally
podcast.
makes the play.
By all means, buddy, go fuck yourself.
Say the New Orleans Saints make a stop. Let's get you out to our Red Zone Roundup as we welcome our viewers on Main Event joining us in Week 2 of the NFL. There's a touchdown for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster from Big Ben Roethlisberger. We go to Baltimore in the purple with Joe Flacco throwing the touchdown to Buck Allen. That's a 9-yarder. They double their lead against the Cleveland Browns. We'll see the Ravens against these Jacksonville Jaguars next week at Wembley Stadium. There's Blake Bortles with the fumble and Eric Walden with the recovery. But then Marcus Mariota of the Titans gives it straight back to the Jags. That's Telvin Smith.
The Jags are not looking bad.
I love that Jaguar defense. Yeah, that is a good Jacksonville defense. Let's look at the big shocks there. Really, Indianapolis, they were big losers in Week 1. 46-9 to the Rams. They're up by 10 over the Arizona Cardinals. Jacquizz Rodgers has just scored on a 1-yard run to Tampa as well. So they're up by 17 over the Bears. So, Solomon, we're going to see the Jags against the Ravens at Wembley Stadium next week. And that defense for Jacksonville, 10 sacks in Week 1. What do you think of that monster they're trying to build in Jacksonville?
I think it's a really good combination of playing what we call complementary defense. A dominant run game with Leonard Fournette, and then a defense that'll get after your quarterback, turn the football over. I think both sides of the ball complement one another right now. They don't have to put it all on Blake Bortles.
We are seeing two of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history in our game tonight. Tom Brady of the New England Patriots, Drew Brees of the New Orleans Saints, and finally, Sean, some pressure on Tom Brady is what you guys were calling for.
Right. You got to put a hit on Brady. You got to get him off his marker. But he stands back there, and as Tony Romo commented, if he's relaxed in the pocket, it's surgery. He's going to carve you up without question. You got to get him off that mark. He's got to start seeing shadows of defenders coming at him.
Exactly. Solomon, tell us, just we have new viewers joining us all the time on Sky Sports, how good these two quarterbacks are. Good.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I think there's no doubt they're the most productive.
Oh, they got rid of your one. There's a woman on last year that fucking didn't have a clue, and her voice went through me, and I fucking hated it.
Kind of rivalry going. It was actually Drew Brees who ended up being the conference's all-time leading passer. He wants to outdo Brady. He's beaten them 3 of the 4 times they played against one another. He's not having a lot of luck today.
No, Tom leads this one so far. Let's get you back out to the Superdome.
The Patriots 3 touchdowns the first 3 drives, but the Saints drove the last time they had it for a touchdown.
Patriots need to stop here. Good, that was good. About 1 yard gain, one and a half even. It wasn't 2, it was about 1.5.
Big Bang Theory comes the new comedy Young Sheldon premieres Monday, September 25th after the Big Bang Theory. Only CBS. Rob Naked,
See,
you mentioned him earlier.
this is the United States. They fucking suck everything good out of it. Big Bang Theory. Oh yeah, we'll do one by Sheldon.
Retired, and there he is attending the game as a fan.
He's outstanding player. Reminds me of the Brady Bowl. Again, there's a lot for him, Morris. Here goes Brady changing the play. Line of scrimmage and empty.
2nd and 8. He's going deep.
Good. It was overthrown.
Already caught one for 38 yards. That went over his head.
Yeah, I mean, Breeze, they just have a nice B word to him, BR. And I tell you, he does a great job with the line of scrimmage.
They need to have, they have Chung on him and McCarthy over the top, but they need to have a fucking, bring in a nickel, do a nickel fucking, I don't know, do something to catch the fucker.
Watch how much they do throughout this game. Breeze is going to bring a protection in, take the guy out. He's looking right now at this and empty. Okay, who's coming? Okay, who am I going to block with this extra right? So the line is taking this cage right here.
3rd and 8. And
Oh, for fuck's sake. How the fuck? What? Aaron. What? Okay.
What a wonderful design play.
Seriously, like, how the fuck? Oh, Gilmore again. I swear, why the fuck did the Patriots leave Logan Ryan go and keep him? Or get him? They paid big bucks and he ain't living up to that money. Fuck's sake.
Sean Payton said is one guy that he's a little, wants to
Gilmore again, yet again, who falls fucking down. It's grand, yeah, we can stop the run, but it's no good stopping the run, not being able to stop the fucking pass.
Third down situations, one for the touchdown, that one for 42 yards on a 3rd and 10.
When you do that, Belichick is going to have a plan for Michael Thomas. You're not coming in game planning for Coleman, but you got to shut. This guy is big. You're out there in that field, he looks like Gronkowski height. He's just a big guy, and they want to get him down here and a lot, give him some targets. He's doing it everywhere.
Coleman would have seen him at Rutgers because he was down there and eventually drafting his teammate Ron Harmon, as well as Logan Ryan, who's now with the Titans. Here's 2nd and 8. And with pressure, and that is Breeze just throwing it away. That was Trey Flowers.
That's what they need. That's the pressure that they need. It's 3rd down, lads. Come fucking on. Step it up.
Great quarterback play. It's nondescript, not a big deal, nothing. Breeze didn't lose 5 yards in the red zone. 3rd and 15 down here, we're kicking a field goal. He now gives them a chance to get this first time just by throwing that ball away. And no one will ever talk about it tomorrow, but that'll be the difference if they convert this.
Timeout called by the Saints.
Saints take the timeout.
What did you learn?
Be right back, guys.
More than anything from Sean Payton, who was one of the first guys to believe in you when you decided to sign undrafted with the Cowboys. Of course, you got the connection there at Eastern Illinois. It's strong.
It is a strong connection. It actually hurt me coming to Dallas because Sean was trying to get me drafted in the 6th or 7th round, and I didn't get drafted. Obviously, they thought because he went to Eastern, they're like, quit being a homer. I mean, you just like him because he's at your old college. And, I told him, I was like, you should have pretended that you went to some other school. It could have helped me. Could have made an extra $10 grand that year.
They even negotiated that first contract with you.
He did. He actually cost me money.
He did.
Thanks for that one, Jerry.
Thanks, Fred.
He told Jerry, I got this guy. We don't need to go up to 20 grand. Let's stick with like 10,000 to get him through. He was right.
3rd and 8.
Miami.
It's Josh Hill's attention. Tight end as it goes for the end zone. And it's knocked away at the last moment. That is Jonathan Jones taking it out of the hands of Ted Ginn. And it'll bring out Lutz for a field goal attempt.
Drew Brees gets into the perfect play, calls it out before the snap, and the ball's right there. Maybe wants a little more on it, but the DB can't get in there. Jones, really just a good defensive play. They teach you right there. You don't go up and hit the guy or do anything. Everyone gets antsy and wants to hit him. Wait for the ball to touch his hand, rip it out. Good job by Jones.
Bada boom, bada bing, bada bing, bada boom.
Field goal attempt.
And we're back.
As they needed 8 for a first. Lutz knocks it through. Volstead confirming on the sideline. You guys want to turn that down, or do you want to face 4th and 3rd? 4th and 3. Look at this. He's bringing the offense back out.
This is fantastic. Here comes the offense back out. Wow.
Now wait a minute. You're going to go take points off the board and make it, which would make it a 1-score game.
He's taking points off the board. He's going for it. He must have. So when a guy does this, he loves the play. You're like, I know what they're running 100%. I know that I feel so good about this play that it's just you're dying to get it called at a big play in the game.
Yeah, this is a big play in the game. Or you're trying to draw them off.
I reckon they're trying to draw them off. This is a bluff. This is a bluff. The Patriots do not fucking fuck up. Don't do it. Don't. They're running the play. That was cheeky fuckers. I would love it if the kicker missed. I would actually love it if the kicker missed.
And almost got him again. I mean, 4th and 3, no one's coming out with 2 tight ends, a fullback, and 1 receiver. I mean, you may never see that. So you should know right there not to jump. If he misses this.
That's where the second guessing would begin. But it's, again, it's a 35-yard field goal.
If you miss this, Sean Payton, you fucked up. Barely got it.
After all that, 20-13 New England.
Alright, Patriots need to score a touchdown. Just to stay on top, keep that gap in the lead. I did.
Look at the most notable Eastern Illinois alumni.
What?
One of the legendary actors. We mentioned Sean. You got Garoppolo. He's in the building.
Yeah, we got some of the great all-time quarterbacks.
Yeah, of course. Listen, obviously we missed a notable football guy in Mike Shanahan.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, Mike.
Brad Childress. I can't think of anybody else.
Mike Heimerdinger.
I mean, Mike Heimerdinger, the late coach. He was there. I think that's.
We had
Burl Ives. Burl Ives was educated there beneath the shadows of Old Main. Old Main, right?
Yes. He's got Old Main.
Yes, in Charleston, Illinois. Oh, that's right. There was one other guy. I'm sorry.
By the way, there's only 46 people out there who understand the references you're making right now. It's fantastic. Just keep talking about this. The ratings are skyrocketing.
I saw you though looking at that graphic and scanning and wait a minute. They forgot somebody.
The Garoppolo's an interesting one because he's running from the best in town, and there he is right there. And he's by his time. I know that feeling. You're the backup and you're there. You're feeling like you're getting better. You're getting good enough to play. It's really difficult. This is where you learn from these coaches, all these players. You want to play here, but you want to play. He wants to play right now. Yeah, he loves Brady, but he's dying to get on that field and show everybody what he can do.
Garoppolo needs to be kept in New England.
On offense for the first time, we've only seen them special teams, and back to Gronkowski they go.
Lads, you cannot cover Gronk. Come on. Now you fucking Saints fans, shut the fuck up and leave Brady do what Brady does. Fuck up your defense.
Quiet feet earlier, he's right at top. Stop that thing right there. Quiet feet, and then fires that ball. I mean, just most quarterbacks can't do that. You're going to see him right at the top. Just get it there and stop.
Bang, bang, and it's out.
Yeah, you do, but it's really hard to be after. That's how he can throw the ball to a lot of different guys at the last second. He never gets out of bounds.
Go Cobra. Alright, go Cobra. Go Cobra. When they fucked you up again, you defensive bastards. Defensive bastards. Yeah, defensive bastards.
They came after and sacked Tom Brady. Early in the game, they dropped everyone, tried to use Kansas City's game plan, rush 3 guys, get the matchup up front, inside, and just drop extra defenders, make it throw the ball down the field, none of that short stuff. When you come after them, they don't have that quick guy to win you. Eddie's not there to win in one step. It'll be interesting to see if they keep pressure when he throws to you.
They've got the 3 wide receivers in uniform on the field at this time as Brady.
Holy shit! Fuck!
And then written down the line, ball comes out, but he went down. Allen scooped it up. Anzalone was the one who made.
That was perfection at its best. Now Hogan, you gotta hold on to the ball, man. You gotta hold on to that ball. He literally just crossed the fucking field and he was wide open, nobody on him. See, wide open. The safety, if they went all that blitz, the safety, there was no one stopping him. He was gone down the fucking field. Fuck! Sorry if you were in headphones. My bad. Alright, they're running the ball. He did try to fight it. I will say that, he did try to fight it. That was good defensive play though.
With JB, Phil, Nate, Boomer, Coach Tower have all the latest scores and highlights.
Now you're going to get fucked up.
Week 2, coming up on the Verizon halftime report.
Alright, Gronk is in motion.
Second and 10. And that is Cooks.
Brandon Cooks. Catch. He's at the 1 yard line. They're going in for a touchdown. And they're scoring a touchdown. And I just realized something. Fuck. See, Brandon Cooks, yeah, great. But the problem is, he's on a team that I'm facing right now in fantasy football. So I don't know whether I'm like, don't throw him the ball, but throw him the ball. If you get what I mean.
Hurry up, we'll make that official. Gildersleeve is the tailback. And he gets the football, and he powers it.
Touchdown! Like I said, Patriots score. Just shut up the Saints. Well, for a couple of minutes. Oh, why didn't I start him instead?
First reception in his return to New Orleans. Whole zone, weak side. Devlin comes in, kicks out.
You better fucking score a touchdown or some shit.
Pulled right over his back. Look at Brock right here. Oh, not my bad back. That's not going to be good tomorrow. Good job by
Gildersleeve again 3 touchdowns last week. Adds another one here in week 2. And Gostkowski with the extra point attempt. So, Brady
27-13.
75 yards in 3.5 minutes, and now Breeze. It's his turn next. NFL on Sky Sports. Brought to you by DraftKings.
With the latest technologies and a brand new design, new Nissan X-Trail, built to build families. A healthy balance shouldn't just be financial. It's about doing what you love. And if your money's working hard without you needing to, you can enjoy getting the balance just right. That's why our 123 current account gives you interest and cash back on selected household bills every month. Here to help you prosper. Santander.
Big King got longer. Introducing the Long Big King Burger. 2 flame-grilled burgers, cheese, onions, pickles, and Big King sauce on the long vine with free fries for only $1.99. Only at Burger King. Great morning to you.
I am not sure I understand. Captain obvious.
What's not to understand? Thanks to Hotels.com, I got this room for less. Woohoo!
I am not sure I understand.
Money off. Woohoo!
Calling Jenny Woo.
Save 10% on your Hotels.com booking using code SALE10.
The most fiery fixture in football. Here we go. Kill the fire and embrace the passion. A rivalry unrivaled.
The Old Firm Derby, Saturday, live on Sky Sports Football.
Welcome to Sky Cinema Skyfire. Experience our biggest ever collection of sci-fi grades. Have a pleasant stay.
NFL on Sky Sports, brought to you by DraftKings.
Welcome back. Let's give you some news on the Cleveland Browns. They are without their rookie quarterback, Deshaun Kaiser. He's questionable to return with a migraine, but his replacement, Kevin Hogan, has thrown a 23-yard touchdown pass to David Njoku. So the Ravens lead that one 14-7.
quarterback you want to go. Even Jim Nance didn't do that.
Well, Jim Nance might have been able to in this game. We're shredding them right now. And we've seen this offense more overnight. They've morphed into a completely different offense than they've been over the last 10 years. It's really impressive to see. And you're going to see on the touchdown right here. You know, Cook's just going to run. Look at the free safety. Right there. Vaccaro's right there. It's cover 3. That means you have a third of the field all the way back to the end zone. You have to protect the end zone in a third of it. That's your 33%. He's not even close to it. Last week, twice in cover 2, where he has half the field, he gave up big plays. I think you're going to see Vaccaro not be back out there next week.
There have been a lot of reports swirling this week that he was actually on the trading blocks and offered up to some teams. He scoops up the ball and able to dump it off over to Ingram for 6. Next Saturday, the SEC on CBS features the #1 team in the country. Alabama will be up in Nashville to take on Vanderbilt. And the day begins with college football. And the drive to Atlanta, followed by the college football today on CBS. Some finished yesterday down in Florida. CBS. That's what having the chance to finish with that beautiful ball. The Hail Mary at the end of the game. 2nd and 4. And Breeze. He's on deep. Over the shoulder. Caught by Thomas.
Gilmore. Yet again, Gilmore.
There's nobody better in the NFL with play action game. It's Kyle Shanahan and Sean Payton. Look at this. It's an outcut by Thomas on Gilmore. And then he goes up the side.
Gilmore, what the fuck? You're being paid to fucking defend the ball.
Picked up 33. And that is a complete pass to the former Patriot. Yes, Michael Ho'omanawanui.
It's called Who-Man. Who-Man. That's what Payton calls it. Look at this. Is the end? 1, 2-ish.
That'll be enough.
That's it.
Great job by Thomas.
And that's it. Really well done by Breeze to get his team out the ball. He says, no more personnel. Go right up and snap the ball.
2nd and 2. Patriots.
Swallowed up.
That's the rookie you mentioned before, Wise. He also got a hit earlier on Breeze.
Sorry, dude.
Junior, rookie.
Gilmore basically gave up yet a fucking another fucking pass. It's so frustrating that fucking Patriots put so much money into the guy and get nothing in return by looks things. Last week he fucking gave up enough fucking passes, and so far this game he's given up enough.
The tackle have held up for the Saints in this first half with Pete on the left side.
But welcome to the live stream. I have my chat over here. This is why I keep looking at the screen. Alright, Patriots rush 3. Oh!
Before he was taken down by Wise again.
4th down. Patriots actually stepped up there. They're the front. They rushed 3 and they were able to get to Breeze. That's all they need. That's actually all they fucking need.
Wise gets in there and holds it. Now, you don't realize Breeze is on the 35 there. And if he sits there and he throws that ball, if that's a sack, now we're talking
but dude, make sure sub to the channel, turn your notifications on, all that shit. Alright, how's my fantasy team doing? Alright, Cam Newton's doing pretty good.
Belichick walking down and saying, what are they going to try to draw us off again? What are they going to do here? 4th and 3.
They're going to snap this ball.
They're bypassing
cover 0.
It would have been a 40.
They're snapping the ball.
Timeout, New England.
Yeah, they didn't like it. They didn't get the call.
Second charge, timeout. New England.
So you see right there, everybody gets a call in New England. You had, 8 or 9 of the guys lining up in a cover 0 look, which is all out pressure. 2 of the guys are lined up forward. Good job by Belichick, just not letting them snap that ball.
Again, the Verizon halftime report is coming up shortly. There they are, the guys back in the studio. Phil, JP, Coach Cowher, Nate, and Boomer getting all set for scores and highlights in the Verizon halftime report. So you know what they're saying here, basically, we're not going to beat this team kicking field goals.
That's exactly what they're saying. Sean Payton's going to be aggressive. He knows when he's got a tough opponent. The interest is in here now. Belichick is a little different call. He's going to come out.
Gilmore, do not give up a fucking pass.
There it is, down the field to the end zone, and the receiver never was turned around in time. It was Ginn, and the Patriots
Again,
will take over
grand.
on downs.
So Patriots are taking over on downs just 23 seconds before the 2-minute warning. If the offense roll, I smell a touchdown. Now, the thing is, the Saints defense have actually somewhat woken up. I do think Brady can step it up and fucking knock it out of the park, but this is a bust. It's not going to be easy.
I would still be going for the field goal at this point in the game, but I can understand they just scored 27 points on it. It's not going to be
the middle. Jealously with a first.
Gilsey fucking with 9 yards on a run, and he could have broken it for more though.
The total the Patriots put up against Kansas City last week, and here you see the first half possessions, 4 of the 5 resulting in touchdowns.
I mean, this is just an incredible start, especially with the losses they've had. A lot of this, though, it can't continue at this rate, I would imagine. But you gotta keep scoring points in these quarters. Get them on there. Get them on the board.
Around the NFL we go then, and we told you about Kevin Hogan subbing for the injured Deshaun Kaiser. Here's his touchdown pass to David Njoku. Nice grab in great catch. All team 72 or 3 for 72 yards. Rookie. And Mike Lennon, what's that old saying about you can't go home? Mike Lennon saying, damn straight about that. He's throwing 2 interceptions, he's lost a fumble, and that one is a 46-yard touchdown for Robert McClain. So it's 23-0.
So the Bears are 0, and the Buccaneers are beating the shit out of them.
Then, because we've seen how the New England Patriots can trick the New Orleans Saints with a pass to Chris Hogan.
These plays are one on paper.
Oh.
It's so well designed.
This shit I fucking hate with a passion. I hate them fucking. Basically, it's Sky Sports doing their own analysis. Oh, this is Chris Hogan. What happened with that play was it was a crossing route. The cornerback that was covering Hogan got tangled up between the receiver and the other cornerback, and Hogan broke free. Plain and simple. That's what happened. It was good play, good design by the Patriots. Plain and simple. That's all that needs to be said. And yet, what?
Brady sailed it.
They're still going on about it.
Brady looks over here. He looks to this side of the field and gives the
that face.
Right. And when we run this forward, we'll see how open this becomes.
I have a ball
right
patch.
there. Wow.
I think I need a shave.
Right. Vacant area.
It's the pump fake that really
Brady sells it, right?
Yeah, it draws the defenders to think that it's going to be a
Lads,
screen
you
play
have
to the running back
fucking
in the
this
back.
play
See that
happened
pump
what?
action right there?
Right here.
When there was 6 minutes still on the clock, and you're only like, oh yeah, we just spotted that. Jesus.
That's right. They leave the receiver
Oh, I can go over there and do a better job than me.
If we were playing
Bastards.
defense, we would bite on this.
I know I won't be able to swear, but
Right, so you can fool a defense, but Solomon, we've also seen the New England Patriots push around the defense. In terms of pure physicality, what have you seen from the New Orleans Saints on their defense?
I think when people think of Brady and Belichick, they
I
think
think
of the
when people
cerebral
think
part of the
Brady
game, like what
and
Sean
Belichick.
just showed you. But you also forget that they are a very physical team on the line of scrimmage, on the offensive line and the defensive line. So when they get into that 3rd and 1 on around the goal line, they can just knock you off the ball. You
yeah,
think
they can
something
knock
cute
you
and
off the ball.
tricky's gonna happen.
You're
No.
oh, for
They just come off
fuck's
the line of
sake.
scrimmage, hit you in the face.
All right, let's
I
get
should have
back to
started
the
Rodgers.
for the final 2 minutes of the first half.
So exceptional on the quarterback sneak throughout his career.
I'm amazed that a 40-year-old guy who just wants to get. I'm like, just hand it to the fullback and let him just pound it up in. I don't need to take these extra little hits in there. This is interesting to watch the 2-minute situation now.
It's 2-minute warning. It's Brady. Wife is broken. Oh, that was beautiful. 11 yards. There's a flag. It could be coming back. If it's coming back, it's going to be for holding.
Holding. Offense.
Yeah.
60. After the reception. Of the 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Still first down.
Let's recalibrate that. Only one timeout for New England. And here Andrews is called for the hold. on A.J. Klein.
Yeah, that's a hold up.
Center.
Yeah.
Center,
How come
sorry.
your fingers are pulling grown man 250 pounds with a finger and keep them there?
So make it 1st and 12 with a spot foul.
So the point we're going to make here is that with new receivers, you don't have your same score for a long time, you got a bunch of guys playing, you have to just call plays. You can't get up on the line and just call them. You can't trust them. You got to keep it simple, 3 or 4 plays, some screens.
There comes to White. White again, able to break through.
Lads, you cannot stop James White. He is the fucking shit.
Picks up 23.
I think they're going to muddle huddle. They're going to get him in a little baby huddle, and he's going to get him in there quick and kind of get out on normal. Right here, boom, 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 get out and let him go. That's how you can kind of do it with guys who are new. You kind of get them back there a little, because you can't just get up and signal.
All 3 wide receivers line up to the left. Brady stands in the pocket, tries Hogan.
And Chris Hogan.
Hogan collides at the
I'm telling you,
end.
Patriots are going for another touchdown.
Brady hurries to the line. I didn't even have to hurry. I've still got the 1 timeout, 50 seconds. And
They don't need it.
years of experience
Leave the
and
clock
right here
run.
showing.
Leave it run fucking out. They're on the 20-yard line. They're only 20 yards away from that fucking end zone. Do not use it unless you need to. I don't think they'll need to. Alright, timeout. Yeah, you need to now. Time it out.
I'm hurrying up if I'm time now or I'm taking a timeout. It's one or the other.
They took timeout.
It's a timeout.
27 seconds on the clock. Now, Patriots can score a touchdown here. It doesn't matter. It's 27-13. It's still a good gap, but let's make it better.
Be larger than that. Robert and Jonathan Kraft. This New England franchise, its first 3 Super Bowls were in this building. The second one back in the 90s against Green Bay, that was the Kraft family's first Super Bowl appearance, and of course then they beat the Rams here in 01 season.
One-on-one matchup right there, strong. We'll see if the safety comes over to help on that or not.
2nd and 9. Takes off the hit, moves to the end zone, and it's back.
Oh.
Touchdown.
Man, he's going to want that.
Gronk could have caught that, but didn't.
This is just a corner route by Gronk. He's going to get hit here, get up the field. Another guy hits him a little bit, and Brady just trusts it. That's a great throw. That's a back shoulder on a corner route.
That's
I mean,
fucking. Oh, Jesus, lads.
Almost
Jesus.
putting himself in the ground, so turned around by all of this, and that's a rarity. He makes so many tough catches, and that one.
That's an easy one for Gronk. He's going to want that one back tomorrow.
Gronk's gonna be like, whoops. I'll get you this time, Tom.
You got to run your unit out there to kick the field goal fast.
Brandon Cooks do not score a touchdown.
Stepping up and running it. Middle of the field, and there you go.
They got to get the field goal team, see if they get it. See if they were prepared.
Brady's just like,
Snap with about 3 seconds if they do it right.
Koskowski.
come on, come on, come on.
28-yard field goal, and the kick is good.
Jankowski, you the man, boy.
With a couple of seconds to spare, and they put up 30 on the.
This only happens when I watch American football.
Look at the speed of a young Tom Brady running there, and look at this.
A 40-year-old Tom Brady.
Know before that snap, Brady in the huddle goes, listen, if we're short and it's inbounds, we're going Mayday field goal, and we sprint out there, you got to check in, get yourselves all on the line. Just, you know they practice that. That's a great job by Belichick to get them prepared before that play.
30-13.
All
right. Halftime. What did we talk about halftime? What went wrong in the first half for the Patriots? Really, the biggest thing, in my opinion, from what I saw was, and I'm not listening to you bastards, from what I saw, the biggest issue was their defense. They gave up. There was passes there that they should have. I would say something if you had a receiver and it was fucking some bit contested. There was some of them there that a receiver was wide open. Yeah, you can say, oh, great design by the fucking offense. Yes, there was a lot of those, but the ones I'm talking about, no, it was just the receivers left wide open. Gilmore gave up 3 that I saw of. Comment by all means if you saw more. Personally, when I heard Patriots sign Gilmore, I was like, okay, don't think it'll be worth the money, but whatever. Where are we? I really should live stream the first game of season as well. But I only watched half that, so I was like, what's the point? I'm just, guys, at the moment, I'm just looking at my fantasy team. Oh, lads. Rodgers running back for Tampa Bay. I have him on my bench, and he's 14.3 at the moment, and it's halftime. He's had 33 rushing yards, 1 rushing touchdown, which he's probably going to get more. Excuse me. Ryan Matthews, or Matthews anyway. Hold on, let's take on his name. Rashard Matthews, I think, and Ryan Matthews from, I think he's with the Chargers. I could be wrong. 5.5 a half, which is frustrating. Fucking Kyle Randolph, I probably pronounced his name wrong, is only on 2.10, which is shit. AJ Green's already finished up, but he did good enough for me. D Cooks, probably won't pronounce it for Dalvin Cook. I have him in. He's 4.4, but the only reason I put him in was last week he had 28.20, and I didn't have him in. And now that I have him in, it's like, and I've Cam Newton in as my quarterback with 14.14, which is fine. I just kind of wish that he would score a touchdown or 2 or 3 or 4. Just saying. 4 touchdowns. Not asking for fucking much. But we are at half time. I use the words we, because we are. Fuck my life. Just thinking now, I could have actually live streamed me playing this game while this game is on, but it only would have lasted like fucking an hour of me playing the actual game itself. I would have kept playing, kept watching. Just saying. Maybe that's what I'll do for next week's game. There's a possibility. Strong possibility, but a possibility all the same. If that makes sense. Probably doesn't, but it is me after all. So the odds of it making really good sense is slim to motherfucking none. But guys, seeing as we're at halftime, comment down below how you got into football, who's your favourite team, what team are you repping, all of that. So what the fuck?
worthy moment of the first half. Greg Olsen limping off with a foot injury, and there have been no touchdowns in that game. Just a couple of Graham Gano field goals as the Panthers look to go 2-0 on the season. This has been a bit of a surprise. The Indianapolis Colts, they were terrible in week 1. They lost 46-9 out west to the Rams, and Carson Palmer has thrown another pick.
Yeah. Carson was talking about retiring at the beginning of the season.
He hasn't already, has he?
That's what it looks like. That's a good question, Neil. That's a good question.
That's the rookie Malik Hooker with the interception for the Colts, who leads that one 10-3. It's been a very physical game between the Jags and the Titans. Here we see Blake Bortles under pressure. Eric Gordon with the fumble recovery, but Marcus Mariota then gave the ball straight back. It's a defense winning championships in this game.
That's right. Defense. They've improved that running attack, as you mentioned, Solomon. Team to watch out for.
They're going to win a lot of games. Calvin Smith with that interception. It's been pretty much defense all the way in Arrowhead as well, apart from this play.
Oh.
Rather be lucky than good.
Sometimes defensive backs, where the ball shouldn't hit you is in the hands. So that's exactly what happened here.
Is that why they're defensive back?
Hit him in the hand.
If he caught it, he'd be a receiver, right? Let's get you out to Pittsburgh. Big Ben hits my favourite front. They missed this guy who was suspended all of last year.
Big, tall receiver. Can get downfield on you in a heartbeat. They really did miss him. Great addition to have him back.
Here's Big Ben to Juju Smith-Schuster.
Juju.
I'm not saying it again.
Okay.
Ben got it out first time, Solomon. Remember as well, no Sam Bradford for the Vikings now. Case Keenum at quarterback. Here's Jameis Winston in Tampa Bay's first game. Helps when you got a 6'5" receiver, Mike Evans, with that catch. Jacquizz Rodgers scored on a 1-yard run, and Mike Lennon.
Yeah, sometimes when you play against your former teammates, they know you well. They know Mike Lennon well in Tampa. That's why they were able to get the pick 6.
Double agent, Sean.
Double agent.
Some undercover work.
Wearing one team's uniform, but really playing for the other.
Yeah, let's have a look at the scores then. Baltimore up by 2 touchdowns over the Browns. Carolina by 6. Indianapolis by 7. Tennessee lead by 3 on the road in Jacksonville. Kansas City by 3 at home. New England all over the Saints so far. Pittsburgh 14-3. Tampa Bay, it's not even close. Here's what we got coming up in the late games. Miami has been out west for the last 10 days preparing to face the Chargers. The Jets will go out west to play Oakland. We've got Dallas and Denver. And then you see the Rams facing off against Washington. And tonight we have Green Bay at Atlanta. So that's all the games in week 2. Some quarterbacks have been up and down, but one quarterback who hasn't been up and down is Tom Brady. You've got the numbers here, guys. 19 of 25, 294 yards and 3 touchdowns. We knew he wasn't going to like how they talked about him all week long in America. How you saw Tom Brady play, Sean, in this first half.
Those stats are usually at the end of the game. We're at halftime. Okay. We've talked about how poor the defense is in New Orleans, but you got to think, I mentioned this earlier, all those days prepared for a Belichick team, they've corrected their mistakes. They've game planned this to a T, to the point where they won it on paper before they even played the first down.
Let's have a look at both the guys in action then, because these are 2 of the all-time greats, Drew Brees and Tom Brady, and really Solomon, Brees had to get aggressive because of what Tom was doing.
Yeah, because Tom came out and put up points early in the ball game. The Patriots scored 4 touchdowns in their first 5 possessions of the game. Put a lot of pressure on Drew Brees and the Saints offense, and they're just trying to play catch-up. I love the game plan that the Patriots had on offense, with Danny Amendola out, obviously Julian Edelman out, and they were able to bring those running backs in and get the massive advantage. But Drew Brees is trying to play catch-up. That takes Adrian Peterson out of the game just by design, and so Brees is having to drop back and throw it on every single down just to try to keep up on the scoreboard with the Patriots.
And Drew's having to play catch-up. You almost feel like should have started this way.
They like it that way in New Orleans. Sean Payton, Drew Brees, they love throwing the ball. They do, regardless of the situation. This just happens to be a do-or-die situation right now where they have to throw the ball.
And, Neil, I said that Tom Brady in this offense, if they didn't score at least 25 points in this game, I'm going to say what's wrong with them. Going up against this Saints defense, well, they scored 30 points in the first half.
Yeah, let's have a look
at get off to that great.
No, let's have a look at some of the numbers then, because you see the yardage there, 362 yards for the New England Patriots. What else stands out to you guys there as we're 30 minutes in?
I think their ability to convert on third down, 5 of 7. He's not throwing it to the receivers on those third downs. But when you can convert at that high of ratio, that means you're going to stay on the field. You're going to score a lot of points. And they're winning the time of possession.
Yeah, thank you.
I expect them to continue to rack up points even in the second half. I don't think they're done scoring yet.
As I mentioned, nothing's going to change, unless they find new players halftime play defense. Nothing's going to change.
It's not going to change.
And you look at the Saints, and they've been. This is not a new thing. They've been very disappointing on defense for a number of years now. It seems like they haven't quite addressed that side of the ball. And you mentioned Solomon off camera, a word that we probably don't hear talking about defensive players. You said some of them look soft at times, and that's quite an accusation. But is it frustrating to watch the way they play defense?
It is frustrating. Now, Cameron Jordan, I got to give him a lot of credit because he doesn't look soft at all. He's playing with his hair on fire. He's getting hits on Tom Brady. But when you line up on the goal line and Mike Gillislee can just run right through the middle of your defense for an easy touchdown run, that's when you have to ask yourself, and this has been a continuing problem, as you talked about. This has been one of the worst defenses in the league for each of the last 3 years, and they haven't made the playoffs for 3 straight years, despite having what I think is a future Hall of Fame quarterback.
Sean, what's worse on defense, when you get out-tricked by the opposition or out-muscled and just pushed? If you see a teammate just getting pushed around.
The quickest way to get scored on is blown coverages, and mistakes on defense. We've seen a combination of those mistakes and an excellent game plan. You got to give credit to the Patriots. They put these guys in a difficult situation. Now, we talked about how difficult it is for them to play defense. They got to pick it up if they want to make changes this half.
Let's get you back to the second half in the Superdome then. Your commentators, Jim Nance and Tony Romo.
No, you don't.
All right, Tracy, down to you.
I had a chance to speak with Saints head coach Sean Payton coming out of the locker room, and no surprise, he was not pleased at all with the defensive effort. He said we gave up too many big plays, too many chunk plays. I asked him about the 4th down call, and he said he felt like they had a good play. He had a mismatch, and so he was going for it, and he told me he will stay aggressive throughout the rest of this game. They need to do this against the Patriots, Jim.
They're going to have to now, down 17. And that was a little swing there at the end of the half, so they bypassed the field goal attempt, failed on 4th down, and then, of course, Patriots go down and get the field goal at the wire to make the margin 17. Camara is the running back, and he's the recipient of that throw from Breeze for about 6 or 7. You take a look at the first half stats. Now, remember, the Saints, you sometimes wonder about this. They did win the toss, and they deferred. And then you kick it to Brady and company, and they march down the field. The first time they had it, score a touchdown.
I don't mind deferring when you're at home, because what happens is you don't want the other team's offense to come out and have the ball in the second half. Everyone's getting popcorn, drinks and everything. I always wanted them to have to open the game with the ball in your stadium.
On the cross, Peterson has a first down near the 40, and Adrian Peterson now with 5 rushes for 17 yards.
We're kind of getting in that territory last week again, where they're not going to be able to keep giving the ball to the back. They're going to be careful. This drive is the second drive now in the game that's just huge. They have to get points on the board on this drive. And any time you just give it back to Brady, this game ends almost if he goes down and scores a touchdown.
Yeah, they've got to figure out on the other side how they're going to make adjustments to try to slow down New England. Well, first things first, bouncing outside with it. Picking up about 3. That's Peterson.
It's a good job by Sean coming out and staying patient. In the second half, it's easy just to get away from your game plan and be like, we're down 17. We got to score 100%. We got to throw our best stuff. Just keep running it. Your defense, I always felt like it's much harder. Tom Brady, when you're up 30-13, it's much harder to play quarterback then when you're up 17 than when you're down 17. You're aggressive, you're moving, your play calls are your best calls. When you're up, you got to defend the ball a little bit. It's harder to throw into tight windows.
Although you would take that position,
how would you find the risk? I would definitely be fine with it. I played it.
That was Camara. He felt the contact on the way and didn't hold on. So 3rd down coming up for New Orleans.
And you're going to see Kamara's actually out in the flat, and he comes right back into the middle and just feels that guy. He knew he was there, and so he gets a little bit like, give me the ball, I want it.
Yep, because McCourty was waiting for him.
He knew he was there. He's young. He's just got to take it, take that little hit, and move on.
So So the Saints are 2 of 6 in this game on third down.
The motion back in, yep, by Ingram. Get the protection right, we're through. You got to see who's guarding, so you doesn't have to keep them apart of the protection.
That is Toby Fleener with his first catch of the game.
Which is really good job. So he motioned the back end. He saw right there Van Noy was going to be on him, so he knows it's man-to-man because it's the linebacker. You see Fleener go up, and then he's just going to break out to the sideline with the inside coverage of 2-man on him, and sure enough, good play call. Well done by Breeze.
And Fleener picks up 20 and is able to take it down to the Patriots 38.
How big was that, Jim?
Well, you think about it, third down, about to give it right back to New England. Yeah. You talk about this building being flat, and coming out for the second half, people all doing things. So that defense would have faced such an uphill battle. Still will. And Thomas, no, it falls out, and then ultimately into the hands of the Saints, incomplete.
Malcolm Butler.
Yes, he's the one that knocked it out.
Patriots spend the money on Malcolm Butler. Get rid of
going against New England,
fucking that idiot.
Well. See how he's going to field a yard? You see how he goes flat right down the line? He almost just loses a yard. He needs to come back to the quarterback. If he does that, you give Butler the chance to hit you because you're moving toward him instead of going back to the quarterback. You can't do that. It's an easier catch if you go back to the quarterback.
So Thomas shaken up, and you saw how that ball was never really under control. It was a bang-bang play, but Thomas never had possession of it. Kuhn recovered, but doesn't matter, incomplete. And 2nd and 10 on the way from the 38. Boy, are they high on Michael Thomas, not only as a future of that position, but what he can mean to this community. Just a first-class young man in his 2nd season out of Ohio State. Breaking off an early hit by Adam Butler. And Peterson has another 3. What do you think of the way Peterson's running the football?
He's doing good. It's just, for him to get a lot more carries, he's going to have to show something. He's going to have to show you that burst, get out in the open field, make a guy miss, do something that says, hey, Sean, I need to get this ball more, I need to get going. We haven't really seen that yet, right? Through 2 games, there hasn't been that thing that says, wow, this Adrian Peterson, we got to ride him. So until then, they're just going to keep going by committee, keep going.
So he has 7 carries, Ingram has 4, and Kamara has 1. That's the breakdown today, that three-way running game. 3rd and 7. Big trouble. And he's taken down at the 44 by the rookie, Dietrich Wise Jr. Oh, has he had some game here.
This is a tough call for Sean Payton. He's going to have to punt this ball, but he does not want to right now. Boy, he made them all stand there on the sideline waiting this one out. Just a great rush by Wise Jr. there. Andres Payton. Well, that's not his natural position. You know, he's a left tackle. He talked about it. I mean, Drew been under duress this season for 2 games, much more than he has been in the past.
So
if the Patriots score a touchdown this time around, game's over.
Take something off of it. So, what's a fair catch at the 10?
This Wise Jr. is making a name for himself 2 weeks in.
Yes, he is. He was in the backfield a bunch in the first half, too.
NFL on Sky Sports. Brought to you by DraftKings.
Great morning to you.
I am not sure I understand. Captain, obvious.
What's not to understand? Thanks to Hotels.com, I got this room for less. Woohoo!
I am not sure I understand.
Money off. Woohoo!
Calling Jenny Woo.
Save 10% on your Hotels.com booking using code SALE10.
Get into the swing by switching current accounts at once. Smooth move. Oh, yeah. Hey there, sir. Want to switch your current account? Let me tell you about Switch. It's simple and it's smooth. Over 3 million people have switched seamlessly. Yeah.
Enjoy a super smooth move to a new personal business current account with the Current Account Switch service.
Love Kit Kats? Love peanut butter? Then your dreams are about to come true. New Kit Kat Bites, peanut butter. Whoever you are, however you break, have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
What's up? It's your highlights. Dude, get subs to the channel and all that shit and turn your notifications on. As they say.
Live on Sky Sports Football.
The man who called Thor from stone. Behold, your born king.
Find King Arthur, Legend of the Sword in Sky Store now. NFL on Sky Sports. Brought to you by DraftKings.
Well, there are those staggering numbers for the first half with Brady second most in his career in the first half. Patriots second most under Belichick as far as total yardage in the first half. And now the first time they have the handle in quarter number 3. Up 17. And open is Lewis.
First down.
And he's able to find one little move that picks up the first down in a gain of 11.
That's just too easy. They got to get up and challenge these guys outside. I mean, you got a running back out there on a corner. And the corner's getting off 12 yards. And just, you know, P.J. Williams has to get up there and know that you can guard the running back on a hitch run.
Dennis Allen's defense went against Sam Bradford on Monday night. Bradford threw for 346 and 3 touchdowns against him. Brady has another completion.
They just came out and did the same play.
And that's the rookie Jacob Hollister, who was undrafted out of Wyoming.
Just threw it to the other side of the field, on a corner.
Go down to Tracy.
Jim, it seems like receiver Michael Thomas is being looked at by the independent neurologist. He went through the concussion protocol. Now it's on the Surface tablet. It takes just a few minutes. They review the play. They talk to him. He is cleared to return.
Okay, so Thomas will be back out there as Lewis takes the handoff, and look at Jordan trying to punch that ball out. And Manti Te'o in there as well.
Jordan played good last week. They thought, you know, toward the end of the game, they played so many snaps.
I thought Manti Te'o was playing for the...
Third down, look at this lob pass.
Oh, my God.
It's intercepted.
What was
put up for grabs?
He might get
Williams.
He might... Oh.
He's pushed out of bounds near the 5.
Fucking hell.
The only way that Brady would do that, in my opinion, Jim, is if he felt like there's 12 men on the field.
Well, he's signaling right now. He's like, hey, there's 12.
Is he saying that?
Yeah.
He has to. That's the only way he could have possibly done that. Now,
Brady wouldn't have thrown it up for no fucking reason.
So
there must have been 12 men.
are.
Pause this and show me.
Let's count them right here and see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Did he get off the field? Did he get off the field? Now, you're going to have to review this. You know, if you're New England, you're throwing the red flag and saying, I want to know if there's 12 guys on the field. 12 men on the field on the defense.
Ha! Go fuck yourselves! Brady threw no picks, you bitches!
Excuse me, 5-yard penalty yardage will be first down.
Brady never had a doubt.
He would just never. I mean, that's just.
No, that looked not like he just suddenly lost his mind.
I was
right?
literally saying he's
what is he doing?
Crazily.
And that's Manti Te'o jogging to the sideline.
No one knows the play. You see all the offensive guys like, what are we doing? Who gets in 3rd and 5 and has one receiver on the field? Nobody would. Brady gets him on the field because he wanted to do it and get him called for enough 12 men on the field. It's a good job now. It just looks silly at the time.
And now it's a first down from the 32. Gillis leads for 1. You know, Brady all of last year never, and this is regular season, never threw an interception on the road. Only threw 2 in the entire regular season as the Patriots went 8-0 on the road. They were the first team to go unbeaten away from home since some quarterback down in Dallas led the Cowboys to 8-0 in 2014 on the road.
Well, you can't win on the road unless you're one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Oh, okay.
So just so you know, that's just a... No, Tom Brady's special. He's great anywhere. The reason they're them so big is quiet feet. He's always under in space. You know, it's a great thing for young quarterbacks. Good footwork, stay calm.
2nd and 9, and the fingertips of Gronkowski was trying to reel it in. So, Hogan on the previous play looked to be gimpy. And again, they only had 3 in uniform today, but he's back out.
Yeah, they had no choice. he can't back out again. Yeah, he's got to leave the field. He can barely run. They're down to 2 receivers now. You're going to... I honestly don't know how much you're going to do.
3rd and 9. They usually have an answer. You haven't figured that out. Short-handed and all. Pocket sealed. Up top. And no, it's intercepted with a flag out. Vaccaro. Gronkowski. He's signaling he thinks it's going to be against New Orleans.
I think it is too. I think it's going to be a hold. I think it's on Vaccaro as well. Where is the pass? Hold it. I think he's wrong. I think this is on Vaccaro because I think Gronk ran that same route where he goes up 10 yards and just runs across the field. Let's see if he runs across and he just probably rips him right there. Yeah, that's exactly it.
And here's 43, not near anyone, so it was on Vaccaro. The Saints just had 2 interceptions wiped out, and both were justified with the penalty calls. Gillisley shoved out after another 5, and this is a Saints team that does not have a takeaway through the first 7 quarters, 6.5 quarters of the season.
But that's 2 interceptions they just had called back for mistakes by players on the field. Now, you know, one of them is corrected was running off the field this time. The other one, Carl's been getting beat in. Last week, I don't know how long he's going to stay on that sideline, but I know Sean Payton right now is like, I want Von Bell out there, and I'll tell you when I'll put him back in.
Yep, Von Bell is out there, second-year player out of Ohio State. Gillisley, 2nd and 5 carry, and left his feet, picked up a yard, maybe 2. You're saying Vaccaro is going to stay on his sideline. Well, you're Sean Payton, and he's not happy about his safety in his performance at all.
Vaccaro just tried to go back in the game right there. Payton walked by and said, not yet. I don't know what he said. Could have been a little stronger than that.
You would know.
Yeah. I kind of like it when he does it for him.
3rd and 3.
No play. He's going to have to make something happen.
Austin tip almost into the hands of Hollister. And Von Bell is the one who tipped it, the one who came in for Vaccaro.
But Gronk's going to run up and just push people. And Brady's just throwing to his running back. Look at this. Get out of here. How good was that by Von Bell? I mean, just to... I mean, that guy has him by 30 pounds at least, if not 50. And he didn't go more than a yard away from the
I ain't gonna do that.
That's tough. Stay in there. Battle it.
Play the game for Ryan Allen. He's down at the 28, but another marker.
If I'm New Orleans, I decline this. The punt didn't really... It's only about a 30-yard net at most. Take him back and punt again, but it's going to be 25-yard total punt, basically. 28 or something.
12 men on the field on the punting team. It's a 5-yard penalty from the end of the kick. New Orleans ball, first down.
That's just a 27-yard punt. So the Saints got caught with 12 on the field. And this time it was Dwayne Allen who was slow to get off the field. But New Orleans will have possession when we come back.
Couple of big touchdowns. There's one in the second. It's not that one. Kareem Hunt has scored for Kansas City, but first we're going to show you Derrick Henry on this 17-yard run. It's a spoiler, Solomon. It's a spoiler. But first of all, Carson Wentz hit Alshon Jeffrey with a 15-yard touchdown. Now, this is what you call a tease, because the Chiefs have replied with this.
But can I do it again?
Uh-oh!
Uh-oh! Don't you love it?
Solomon, I can just add more information to that touchdown. There was a flag on the play for taunting. So it looks like it's still showing on the scoreboard at the moment, so they may bring that one off. So it's all going on around the NFL. And of course, Philadelphia and Kansas City both won in week 1, looking for their second win of the season. Let's get back. It has come off the board, that touchdown. Looks like Kareem Hunt's touchdown has come off. Travis Kelce with taunting.
With taunting? Are you kidding me?
What do you think of the... He got called for that last week as well.
He should be fine. He should be fine.
Should you just let him do it? What do you think?
No,
they're trying to clean it
he's
up,
hurting his team. He's hurting the team, you know, over his own pride. He's got to grow up. He's been known to make those kind of bad plays.
It's frustrating if you're a Chiefs fan, because it's been a low-scoring game, that one, and Philadelphia now still on top. In our main game, Tom Brady was doing his best to get an interception.
He was trying. He was trying.
P.J. Williams has one wiped out. Too many men on the field, Sean. Is this frustrating for the Saints?
It is. It is. You finally have an opportunity to get your defense off the field. You think you made a big play, and some guy is just trying to get to the sideline and take his time.
You see the 12 men on the field, but this would not have been an interception because Brady wouldn't have thrown it up for grabs had there not been 12 men on the field.
Here's the next one to Kenny Vaccaro. Wiped out as well, Solomon. Quite rightly in your mind.
Yeah, watch this. He's going to grab him at the top of the route. Right here. See right there? That's pass interference. So no matter what happens after that, it's not going to work for the New Orleans Saints. He got the interception, but it comes off the board, and Sean Payton was livid at Vaccaro.
Yeah, and there was talk tonight, reports out of the United States that they're shopping Kenny Vaccaro for a potential trade. This is one of their few star defenders, if you will.
They were shopping him before?
It's really on sale now. Let me just tell you as well, breaking news, the Kareem Hunt touchdown stands up, the taunting penalty after the touchdown.
Went through the concussion protocol. He's back out. He is on the near side. And they run it up the middle. That's Ingram. That's the first time he's seen any daylight. Got 9. But this rookie, Dietrich Wise Jr. out of Arkansas, has been making plays, Tom.
Yeah, for 2 weeks now. Calamete gets right behind him there. And you see him on the end against Pete. Just beat him with speed rush outside. Makes him feel like he's going in. Gets out there. And then the ability to turn that corner and hold on to Breeze as he's running away. I mean, he's getting a lot of playing time for a good reason.
And second and 1. That's going to be good for the first half. He is the only drafted player that ended up on the current 53-man roster. And what's interesting, again, on the 53, not necessarily active today, they have 4 college free agents, undrafted rookies who are on the roster.
Remember, they drafted Derek Rivers, I believe, in the 3rd round, and that was their first guy. They wanted to add him the pressure. They needed to get somebody there, and they ended up getting him. It's just, they got him right here.
Injuries and all. And Wiser stepping up as the best draft pick at the moment. And has Thomas
wide fucking open.
And that takes it to...
It was zone. It was zone fucking defense.
It's just really special. I'm going all the way across the field. No, I'm not. I'm coming right back out where no one is. Great design and a good route by Thomas.
It's Thomas's 3rd catch for 63 yards. On the toss, they go with Ingram. That was Roberts the first to make contact with him to break up the play, and a pickup of a couple. So when they came out to start the second half, the Saints received that 3rd quarter kick. You were emphasizing how crucial it was for points on the board. They didn't. But then the defense forced the Patriots to punt for only the 2nd time. So you're kind of back in that scenario, but again, only 5:20 to go in the 3rd.
You got to get calm, believing that your defense can get stopped. If they're not going to get them, they're not going to get them. But you got to feel like, hey, I got to do my job. Here we go. It's time right here.
Second and 8. Here's a bit of a low snap. Collins it. The 7-yard line broken up beautifully by Jones. That was Coleman.
Just all across the field, you see Brees trying to get enough on it, and it's just
It's catchable.
It's very catchable. I want my receiver here to go back and get that ball. Like, almost slow your body so you're getting the PI call.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're letting his hand get in there. Slow your body so Jones has to run through you. And, you know, he's a big guy. He's a big target. Let him success.
You use that body, right?
Yes, use it. Make him go through you.
3rd and 8. Rushing forward. Brees. Make sure he doesn't cross it. And then on a little jump pass. Light throw to Kamara, incomplete.
There goes Sean. He's got to kick a field goal this time, doesn't he?
Yeah, you're down 3 scores. At least if you knock it through, it's down to 2 scores, albeit a couple of touchdowns. And it's going to be Lutz from 49 yards.
They used up the one play earlier that they loved. You know, that now it's harder to go for that 4th down because you don't necessarily have that one play you love going into the game.
On the hold and Lutz. Oh, hits the right upright. No good. Trying to bring it in with a hook.
Look like your golf switch.
Yeah, I tried. I failed.
NFL on Sky Sports. Brought to you by DraftKings.
Here at Enterprise, we have a huge range of cars, vans, and luxury models.
So no matter what you confusing Brits do on the weekend, we've got a vehicle for you.
Need to move some stuff?
We're gonna burn the sky on a bonfire and dance around the flames.
Nothing makes sense here.
So whatever vehicle you need, we've got it. It's UK Car Hire.
With U.S. customer service.
Where's Jack?
He's on holiday. What do you need?
I need the temperature for part 5.
Ask the new guy.
The new guy?
Jack trained him.
Jack's guidance would be to maintain the temperature at negative 160 degrees Celsius.
That doesn't sound like Jack.
Actually, Jack would say, hey mate, just cool it to minus 160, and we're set. Good on you.
Oh yeah, that's Jack.
Love Kit Kat? Love peanut butter? Then your dreams are about to come true. New Kit Kat Bites, peanut butter. Whoever you are, however you break, have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Fair to say, the world is insane at the moment. When was the last time you saw the news and weren't terrified? Every day we're bombarded with something new. So, my new show, we're going to celebrate the heroes and mock the madness. The Russell Howard Hour starts Thursday at 10, exclusively on Sky One.
NFL on Sky Sports. Brought to you by DraftKings.
On the tablet, trying to figure things out. 235 yards, a touchdown. No picks, but his team's down 17, having just missed from 49 yards down on a field goal try by Lutz, ending his streak of consecutive makes at 18 in a row. From the gun, Brady has a 7-yard completion to Hogan. And let's go down to Tracy.
Well, Jim, both of these quarterbacks attribute their longevity to their rigid diet, their strict training regimen. When you talk about Drew Brees, it's all about no gluten, no dairy. Tom Brady, it's the TB12 method, actually the title of his new book. Tony, how is your diet and training regimen going?
Well, as you can tell, Tracy, I've only got 3% body fat.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for years. This is right up my alley. I don't quite have that same method.
Second and 3, and Patriots picked the first down. Actually, you didn't know this, but we had some CBS surveillance cameras from the other night. And man, you all NFL dessert team. I mean, I thought there was going to be like 3 or 4 because you went through the mud pie, the cream pie. You went through a little bit of everything. That's impressive.
And my wife knows me well enough to know that that's pretty much part of it. It's in front of me. There's a chance I'm going to take a bite out of it. And, you know, that's the vegan cream pie, though.
Oh, yeah, sure.
That's what that was.
I don't think so, but Brady talking about his avocado ice cream.
Yeah, I actually heard part of it.
Yeah, you want to try it. First down by Gillis Lee. That's across the 50 down to the 47.
You know, these guys believe. It's like for anything.
You're in Euro.
If you believe in something and you really think it gives you that edge, then it probably does give you that edge. And that's what you need to feel when you go on the football field. You need to feel like the stuff I've done, it gives me this chance to go, I know I'm going to be successful to this. It gives you that confidence. These guys believe that, and it allows them to do that. And there are things about recovery. Those things are real. Some of that stuff is for real. The other stuff, you know, these Tom Brady's gurus, they're pretty good before they started using avocado ice cream.
Second and 7. Gronkowski with Bell riding his back.
Fuck you, bastards.
26.
Oh.
Looks like he might have been shaken up.
No. Please, no.
You see Gronk get up and strut. I mean, that's the same route we've seen 5 times today. Just run up and run up. Remember, he's got that back. That reminds me of a back. He drops his helmet right. I don't want to get into guessing on anything, but that's not good for the Patriots right there if it's his back.
Two of you talked about back injuries last night for quite a while.
What the f... See, again, Saints defense. Shit.
And you were talking about stretching, getting up in the morning before you go to bed at night, all the things you try to do to keep things loose and supple.
And yeah, the Patriots are that good, but come on, 30 points in the first half. You gotta blame it on the fucking opposing defense. Plain and simple.
Yeah, he already knew it right away. He could feel that right there. You're hoping if you're in there something like
He's had 3 surgeries.
One more than me. Just 1 or 2 left to tell you what.
That's Lewis. Oh, they got him. And he wiggles out of it for a gain of 2.
He could have gotten tackled for a -1, a loss of 1, but no, he fucked about and got 2 yards. Well, I'll take that.
Huge first half. That last catch put him over 100 for the game. 6 receptions, 116, touchdown as well.
This is a major moment for the season for the Patriots. Being down the receivers, they're down. This is their weapon in man-to-man. You see over and over again, he's thrown to him in man almost every time. Third down. I don't know where they'll go with the football next week if he's not playing.
Well, Dwayne Allen is his backup. He's on the field right now, 2nd and 9, the former Colts tight end. And they targeted right there.
It's about to get much harder for this Patriot team now with him on the sideline. This game right now.
Has anyone ever heard of the Madden curse?
I'm not sorry, and Gronk is out.
What?
The
Madden curse, what? Would you like to hear about the Madden curse? What do you want?
Signed by way of Carolina in the season.
Madden NFL, like the game.
Again, 2 wiped out by penalty on the last series. That one off the hands of Clyde. He jumped in front of him. And now on 3rd and 9. Over to Hogan. Hogan will be stopped short of the first. Lattimore, the first to reach him, and then later P.J. Williams, along with Craig Robertson.
Hogan's limping a little bit. You can still see it a little. He just didn't have that juice to kind of get that edge. He's a quick player. He sees it a little. He's doing good. But look, you can see it right there. It's just not perfect.
Well, Brady saw him limping, and he was there to greet him on the sideline when he walked off a little gingerly. So Gostkowski out for a field goal try. Just it should be 24 yards. And he drives it through.
If Hogan's gone, what do we have?
Going to be interesting to see what happens to him coming out of there.
Lucky update around the NFL then. Cam Newton has been under pressure all night from the Buffalo Bills. This is sack number 6 of Cam, and he is hurt. Don't forget, he had off-season shoulder surgery to repair a torn labrum. He only threw 2 preseason passes and he is down, and we will bring you his status as soon as we have it. But that one, the Panthers still lead by 6. That's a worry, right? Because obviously, Ron Rivera wanted him to be more of a pocket passer this year, but that pocket's been collapsing all night.
Big worry. You lose your starting quarterback in the second game of the year. A lot of things have to change.
We're seeing a lot of players go down. We know it's a very, very physical game, of course, next man up and all of that mentality. But Rob Gronkowski, it's almost like a cumulative effect, Solomon. This is a guy who's had a lot of injuries over the last few seasons for the Patriots.
Yeah, you know, in the NFL, we always say it's not about if you'll get hurt. It's only a matter of when you will get hurt. Because the tight end position especially carries a huge burden in terms of the productivity needed in the offense. You have to block in the run game. You got to be a receiver. You see with 2 defenders on his back, it looked like he jammed his elbow into the turf. He knew it right away. And so hopefully he can get back in there. But the Patriots are losing players on offense that's surrounding Tom Brady.
Well, yeah, if we look bigger picture as how the Patriots are going to go through this season, no Julian Edelman, no Danny Amendola at the moment. Malcolm Mitchell is on IR, and now Gronk banged up. It's a concern.
It is, but it's a test for this coaching staff, and they've always answered the bell. It's that culture of, we talk about next man up. Someone's expected to step in and produce right away. And they'll find someone if they don't have them on the team right now. But I have complete confidence the way they've done this year in and year out. It's not going to change. Now, Gronkowski, you can't really replace someone like that.
Yeah. He's big.
Right. You can't replace him.
Yeah, and remember they signed Dwayne Allen, or traded for him, I should say. He was with the Indianapolis
Colts. No, the direct replacement.
Comes over, that's right. And so Dwayne Allen's a very good player. We've yet to see him integrated into the offense where he's yielding high level of productivity. I think we're going to see a lot of him for the rest of the game.
All right, good stuff, fellas. Let's get back out to the Superdome.
Well, this is going to get interesting if New Orleans can score here. It's Gronk, and if you're a Patriot fan, you're just making sure it's not as bad. You hope it's an ankle, a groin, or something to come back. That's the big one. And we'll see if it comes out of that. New Orleans scores, though, who's moving for the ball?
That's going to be a good question. Kamara is back to the 32. Had a little hesitation when he fielded it at the goal line. Thought it might have cost him, but he was able to make something out of it. By the way, our first doubleheader weekend of the season, plus a game in London next week on CBS. Yes, the Ravens and Jags will be in London, and then early, some will see Houston at New England. We'll be at Lambeau late with the Bengals and the Packers. It all begins next week, again, with the London game, the special edition of the NFL Today, again at noon Eastern time, right here on CBS. Jones was blitzing from the secondary, and Breeze unloaded it to Kamara.
So if I'm Drew Brees, I'm getting up here and I'm saying, we got to get in the huddle really fast. Come on, guys, come on. I know we're not going 2 minutes yet, but there's a good chance that they should be getting in and out of this huddle as fast as possible. Model huddle. You kind of walk back in and go, get out of here. You gotta save that. Here we go. Ladies,
one hop's incomplete. So 3rd and 5 to come here with 3 seconds on the third quarter clock. We got a flag back in the area where Breeze threw it.
It's going to be on New Orleans.
Here we go, hands to the face. Offense, number 75. The 5-yard penalty replay. Second down.
Interesting. They'll take the penalty, so it's the second one in the game called on Pete, whose father played in the NFL. His father actually goes way back with Sean Payton. The two of them were on a recruiting trip to Northern Illinois together. Of course, Sean ended up at Eastern Illinois. But Andrus' dad, Todd, and he saw 7 years of action. Yeah, they did. They reunited again, those two families. 3 second and 10. Oh, and Cleaner incomplete to close out quarter number 3.
You're going to hear the Boo Birds coming out here. They need something to get themselves jump-started. 3rd and 15 isn't the way to get yourself ready to go.
NFL on Sky Sports. Brought to you by DraftKings.
With the latest technologies and a brand new design, new Nissan X-Trail, built to build families. A healthy balance shouldn't just be financial. It's about doing what you love. And if your money's working hard without you needing to, you can enjoy getting the balance just right. That's why our 123 current account gives you interest and cash back on selected household bills every month. Here to help you prosper. Santander.
The new IKEA catalog. Full of ideas to help you relax and recharge. Search IKEA catalog or pick up a copy in store.
Great morning to you.
I am not sure I understand. Captain Obvious.
What's not to understand? Thanks to Hotels.com, I got this room for less. Woohoo!
I am not sure I understand.
Money off. Woohoo!
Calling Jenny Woo.
Save 10% on your Hotels.com booking using code SALE10.
Welcome to Sky Cinema Skyplay. Experience our biggest ever collection of sci-fi greats. Have a pleasant stay.
NFL on Sky Sports. Brought to you by DraftKings.
Welcome back. Let's get you up to date with some scores around the NFL. Adam Vinatieri has kicked a 29-yard field goal, so the Colts now lead that one 13-3 over the Arizona Cardinals. And Cam Newton is back in for the Carolina Panthers. It was an ankle injury, but he's back and has just completed a pass to Russell Shepard, and the Panthers lead that one 6-3.
Hill unable to get away from Jones, who's made a couple of nice plays, including a ball that he knocked out of the hands again in the end zone. How do you think the D coordinator, Coach Patriots, is feeling about his team's efforts today?
Oh, he's feeling great. I mean, they've pretty much neutralized the running game to be non-existent. I mean, you got 15 carries and you got like 51 yards, and that's just over 3 a carry. Drew Brees, who normally has, if not the highest in NFL history, the boost percentage, he's right there. He's 17 for 31. Just over 50%. I mean, they've been outstanding, and this is in the dome where they historically play well offensively.
By the way, this kind of went largely unnoticed because last season they celebrated the 50th season of the Saints, but this is actually to the day, the 50th anniversary of the Saints coming to life. Yes, their first game was 50 years ago at this very window, and it opened at Tulane Stadium. The Saints with a 94-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by John Gilliam, taking on the LA Rams.
How do you know all those about that? How much you do?
There was an 8-year-old boy who was in the stand that day, and the pass is complete with his father, a very special memory. I was there. That was my first football game I ever attended. I was there with my dad.
On
I was there for the first game in Saints history. We lived here in New Orleans, and of course my dad's been gone for a while now, but I always come back here and feel a little nostalgic because that's one of my favorite and earliest memories of my life. And today's the day, though. The Saints, this is right on the money, this 50-year birthday for the Saints. Not the way they wanted to celebrate it to this point.
I know how much you care about father-son relationships. We go the same way. Special bond. The memory is to get up the field big time. It's that. Up the running back.
That is James White, and the Falcons can attest to the dangers of White coming out of the backfield based on what he did last year in the Super Bowl. 24 yards on this pass play.
Brady looks off the safety, throws from static position, quiet feet again, and there's James White. How do you defeat all the man coverage? You put a running back in the backfield, and you run 30 yards downfield. That's how you get people to get off the press coverage. 8 receptions today. 8.
Yeah.
Just like you talked about in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Picking up where he left off.
Yeah, it's 14 catches, which is a Super Bowl record against the Falcons.
You know that play right there? We talked about earlier in the game, Jim. We talked about copycat league. That last play right out of the backfield, guess who they stole that play from?
Tell me.
Kansas City last week ran it against New England. Got a big play on the same thing. Oh, you know what? I like that. Josh McDaniels goes, I'm going to run it against Sean Payton.
You're talking about what Kareem Hunt did last week out of the backfield, and one of them, he caught two.
You want to bet that Sean Payton runs that next week against whoever he plays?
2nd and 6. And he's got another big chunk play down to the 40. We got an update on Gronk. Tracy, what's the story?
Right now he's on the bike. Tony, good news. You said you didn't want it to be a back injury. He is questionable right now with a groin injury. We'll see if he gets back in the game.
That's big. I mean, obviously you never want him to be hurt if you're a Patriots fan. And, you know, the groin's an interesting one because it can be a lot of different things. But the back is the one that takes you out for the season, the one that can end you pretty quickly. So that's good news for the Patriots until we find out how long it's going to be for.
Not right now seeing a whole lot of reason why there'd be any reason for him to return. Already shaken up and...
Yeah, he's not coming back in. Here's Cook. He sees this guy. Ooh, look at that.
So both of these DBs got hurt on that play, both Bell and Lattimore.
I can see why. Both their heads collide at max speed. Boy, they look like they need to be checked right there.
Alfaro has to come back onto the field. First down from the 41. And look at Brady. He's called, and it is held in.
Oh, that was a beautiful pass.
4-yard line.
This is just a deep corner route. Great throw by Brady. Look at right there. You see him one-on-one. Bad job on the coverage of not staying outside. Look at your safety help. It's inside. You're going to see him get up and snap this quick right here.
That puts Brady over 400. And here's the run. And the flag out. And into the end zone. The ball comes out. And it's Moore who has the recovery. But I'm hearing whistles, seeing flags.
There's always a chance they weren't set. That's the thing I was worried about a little bit, was that the offensive line, the receivers, everyone wasn't set before you snapped it when you hurry up.
Illegal shift. All 11 players not set for a second. Offense. The 5-yard penalty replay. First down.
So that's precisely what it is. And with 11 minutes and change to go, Brady at 433 yards. And maybe, who knows, maybe a throw to the end zone. He's already got 3 touchdowns.
Josh McDaniels is not averse to getting Brady a lot of touchdowns. I remember back in 07, I swear every time they had first and goal from the 1, he called play action. He's like, we want to set the NFL record for touchdowns. They want to make a statement today. Last week, no touchdowns. I think they should run the ball. You're up 20 in the 4th quarter here.
Oh, fuck running the ball.
The Patriots are the one team who doesn't always agree with that.
Well, you just never know what they're going to do, as the Saints defense has been figuring out here for the last 2.5 hours.
John wants to know if he can challenge this fumble, and, you know, was he down? What's going on? He's like, I know they weren't set, but does that mean the fumble can't happen? Can the fumble happen?
New Orleans is challenging the ruling on the field that there was a touchdown.
The shift does not kill the play. So
that's right.
Great heads up there, Tony.
Yeah, the shift doesn't kill the play. So he's thinking, everyone's like, oh, you get a penalty, good for you. And he's like, no, I want to know.
Well, the ball was recovered by Sterling Moore
before the touchdown. And if this ball's out and they recovered it, New Orleans can get this ball. Let's see.
Well, the question is, too, you might see he's crossed the plane, too.
It's a touchdown. That ball didn't move in his hand before he crossed that plane. You know, it doesn't matter if it's right after. It's right there. It's not moving at all. By that point, he broke the plane.
Touchdown. You're fucked.
Basically, you're saying it takes the fumble out of play.
It does. Now, if that was a fumble beforehand, before he got into the end zone, that's going the other way to New Orleans.
Yeah, now the Saints have something, but now they're just going to take the penalty.
It's a good thing just
to be sure where that ball came out.
Well, at this point in the game, it's points. You know, once you get down another, touchdown,
No,
really
it was over since
the
end of the first half.
You still have a chance, theoretically.
It was definitely worth a look, and he knows he's
shooting uphill.
Yeah, but it was a very worthy challenge.
he didn't get to see any replays. I mean, he's asking people, no one gives him an answer.
After review, the runner did cross the goal line before he lost the football. However, instead of a touchdown, there's a 5-yard penalty on New England. New Orleans will accept that 5-yard penalty. It'll be first down.
So it'll be first and goal from the 9.
And New England should just bleed this clock. I mean, you should run it twice and throw it on third. And after having said that, we're about to see 3 straight passes. Watch, of course.
You got Cooks to the right. Here's a running play with Gillisley. And another flag is thrown in there.
Usually these are something on the offensive side.
Holding. Offense, number 61. The 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
Has to be such a strange day for this guy right here, Brandon Cooks, who played his first 3 years here in New Orleans and then was traded to New England for a first-round draft pick, the last pick of the first round. He had a really close bond with Drew Brees, even bought a house out in San Diego a few blocks down from where Drew has his off-season home so he could train with the quarterback, and they had good chemistry going, and he had big numbers, over 200 catches in 3 years, 20 touchdowns.
Drew Brees loves him. Tom Brady loves him. They think he's a great guy. Both Patriots are the best guys they've ever coached as far as personality. Tom's got to take his time out here. And, you know, here's my assessment of it. Cooks is great to have. Like, you love him, his attitude. He works his butt off every day. No coach or quarterback can't like this guy. You know, we talked to him. You like him, right?
Oh, you can't help but like him. And everybody raves about his work ethic, and this before the game, reunited with his old quarterback.
Special duo right there. They had a lot of big catches for each other.
It's got to be hard for a quarterback, though, when you lose a guy like that with that kind of talent and see your team send him off to another team.
It is, but that also tells me, and this is a little deeper here, but Brandon Cooks, if Drew Brees let you go, that tells me that there's a little bit he might have wanted a little bit. Like you saw today, when I watched the tape, Cooks and Brady aren't on the same page yet, and everything isn't clicking. It reminds me a little bit of Joey Galloway. Just like he wanted him to see just a little bit. They'll find out what he's great at. You can ignore for offense to that. We're just not there yet. With Brady and him, feel like it's just going to take like
From the 19, look at that balance by Gillisley down to the 12. It'll be second and goal from there.
And that's going to be something to watch as this season goes on. Is how much do they get in sync? Just throw, catch, move right on. He's outside the number kind of guy. He's not a slot. And to just throw, hitch, come back, double move, okay, then you found your guy. If not, that tells me great quarterbacks don't let really great receivers go. We want them on our side. We ain't going to let them go. I'm going into the front office saying I'm giving up money. You never do, but I'm just saying, you would try hard to see.
Here's your stats, who they just picked up right before week 1 in that trade with Indianapolis that sent Brissett to the Colts. And you looked at this wide receiver on tape a lot. You like it?
Yeah, it reminds me of Cooks. In some ways, he's got a little bit more wiggle to him. I think this is a great decision. As he learns the offense, they're going to use him more and more. Coming out, watching the tape, coming out of Miami, I really like this kid. He's got special talent. He's a burner, but he also has his wiggle. The ability to move right over here, right near my way.
Third and goal from the 5, and Brady's standing there, and now forced to move. Steps up and ducks. Has to. Because Anzalone was bearing down on him, and that'll bring out Gostkowski.
Good job with ball protection, though. The only thing that hurts you there, Brady, is if you throw an interception or get a turnover. 3-man rush, push in the pocket. Brady has all day. Look at 2 of the Saints rushers are on the ground.
Just a 27-yard attempt for Gostkowski. And he's got 3 more on the board. He's only had in the second half a couple of field goals by the Patriots. And in command, the
Lots going on around the NFL. Let's get you up to date with Cam Newton back in the game for the Carolina Panthers. He's got wide open Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, no.
Woo. Swing and a miss for Cam.
Big miss.
Panthers kick a field goal. They're up 9-3, but he's not happy, and rightly so. And let's go to another team who won't be happy. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars. Marcus Mariota has thrown a 32-yard touchdown to Jonnu Smith. So they're well in control now, the Titans, of that game. And we're going to take you out to Arrowhead. Good game going on. First of all, we are going to go to Indianapolis where Carson Palmer has gone bombs away.
Carson must have heard it.
He did.
He heard it way over here.
He did. He said, I'll show you guys back in England. J.J. Nelson with that catch. Alex Smith is sneaky athletic, fellas.
Sneaky good. Look at this.
What about this? Hit him? You going to hit him?
Get out of bounds.
Whoa!
I would have hit him.
And so Alex then throws a shovel to Travis Kelce. Look at this guy. He's up and over like an eagle.
Travis Kelce.
Yeah. Soaring like an eagle.
Best tight end in the NFL, not named Rob Gronkowski.
And he likes, doing a Gronkowski impression there. 15-yard touchdown for Travis Kelce. So Kansas City up now in that one, 20-13. Let's just talk about the Chiefs a little bit, because it's been a tough game, that one, against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
But again, Alex Smith, we talk about him, doesn't always get the credit he deserves, Sean, does he? Or does he get right what he deserves? Sometimes he's a game manager. What do you think?
Yeah, I think he's a good quarterback. He's been in an unfortunate situation. Number one overall pick back in the day, goes to San Francisco, goes through several offensive coordinators in his early years, and that makes it very difficult for his development. But I think he's a good quarterback. He doesn't get the credit he deserves because he makes things happen for this offense.
And Andy Reid coaching against his former team, the Philadelphia Eagles. So there's a lot of emotion in this game. And knowing Alex Smith the way that I do, he wants to win this game against the Eagles for his head coach because Andy Reid, very popular with his players.
We saw some creativity as well from the Chiefs on Thursday Night Football Week 1, and we saw it again there, didn't we, Solomon?
Yeah, it was a designed shovel pass. It looked like a run play, fake reverse, then the shovel pass to Travis Kelce, and then he goes up and over the top for a touchdown. He wanted that touchdown big time.
Yes, he did. Let's get you back out to the Superdome there where the Patriots are in control against the New Orleans Saints.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, usually 300 yards, right around there is going to lead to 11 yards per game. Whoever's around there, 290 for Seattle. To see what they did today, they'll finish around 360 or something probably, maybe 380 at New Orleans, a couple of
Patriots have had a good game. Offensive anyway.
Show comes up after this one. JB, Phil,
their defense has improved since last week, but
highlights, recaps of these early games on the State
Gilmore,
Farm.
like, man. Gilmore, come on.
Tom Denson, the owner of the Saints, who bought this team back in 1985. They had that one spectacular season back in 09 when that's the last time the Patriots were here. They beat them. That was the 10th win. They were 10-0 at that point. Went on to 13-0 and went on to win the Super Bowl that year. Breeze, the MVP of that Super Bowl game, as he goes out of bounds. And by the way, the Patriots have another concern into the 10th. It was Philip Dorsett. You thought you spotted something.
Well, when Brady was scrambling, Dorsett was on his side of the field. Receivers usually run away and then come right back in as things drops back.
Picks up the first down.
Good play.
That's Thomas holding on to it at the 49. And hey, listen, I know I should say, give credit where credit's due. That year they started out 13-0. Who did they lose to when they're trying to go 14-0?
Some hot quarterback at that time. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
He played for the Cowboys, I believe.
Yeah.
Now, that was a great team they had. They were good on both sides of the ball, creating a ton of turnovers. I think they led the league in second turnovers that year. Breeze was rolling. I mean, they were exceptional.
First down, incomplete.
That was good breakup by Chung.
Going back to Dorsett.
Ah, don't do this shit now to me. Fucking hell.
Gotta go for this. This is a no-brainer.
Alright, and we're back. Well, fucking time. Guys, if you're not subbed, get subscribed, share, and all that shit.
There's concerns with just having some healthy bodies at wide receiver. You got to look at the Saints and what they have coming up. They have to go on the road next week at Carolina, and then they go over and play in London against Miami. And that's a timeout called by the Patriots. Barring something crazy happening here, the Saints are going to have another rough start to the season.
NFL on Sky Sports, brought to you by DraftKings.
Timber, the tie, togetherness. Car and driver in perfect harmony. It's the massive way.
I need Matthews and Randolph to fucking score touchdowns each. Then I have a chance to win my fantasy game.
The ancient Japanese hills hide the home of Yakult, a mystical essence distilled from the magical giant bonsai tree.
Oh, what nonsense. It was developed by Japanese scientists. Every bottle contains Yakult's unique bacteria, scientifically proven to reach the gut alive.
Magical bacteria.
No.
Magic.
Stop it. Yakult, a little bottle of science, not magic.
Fucking load of shit.
A healthy balance shouldn't just be financial. It's about doing what you love. And if your money's working hard without you needing to, you can enjoy getting the balance just right. That's why our 123 current account gives you interest and cash back on selected household bills every month. Here to help you prosper. Santander.
Alright, let's do this. This is how it's done.
That's a driver win. Like saving on car insurance at Confused.com.
Available to buy and keep in Sky Store now.
You've all sacrificed so much to be here. What happened here?
Only now, before it's in the shops.
What's happening?
Where is it?
Buy and keep Alien Covenant now. You get it straight to your TV, across your devices, and the DVD direct to your home. Buy and keep Alien Covenant in Sky Store now. NFL on Sky Sports, brought to you by DraftKings.
Welcome back. I can tell you that Buffalo are driving against the Carolina Panthers, but there's about 30 seconds left and they face a 3rd and 16 on the 40-yard line. Arizona have just kicked a field goal. Field Dawson, so they've tied that up 13 apiece with 3 minutes 25 left in Indianapolis.
Oh, it's a toss. Adrian Peterson on the edge.
Yeah, he stretched out for it. Got the first down.
You know what that tells me? When you hand the ball to Peterson, you're 4th and 1, the game's at the end, you want to see if you can trust him in 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. Remember Sean Payton? Who's our 3rd and 1 guy? This was a way, even though you can't win the game per se, to see who your guy is. Yeah, show me something. Can I trust you on 3rd and 1, 4th and 1? Because you'd always throw it if you're trying to win the game. You got to get up on the ball. You got to go try and score and win.
Saints with 1 touchdown in this one. 1 touchdown Monday night against Minnesota.
Yeah. On the play at the line, get the guys up.
Here he's going deep. And Coleman, beautiful pass. Perfect. On the spot for Coleman. By the way, a moment ago, this action on the sideline with Tom Brady coming over.
I saw Joe, what happened to Gronk? Well, you see, Tom, you got something with his cross. Like I said, is he okay? Well, I don't know. It's going to be all right. Tom's face right there tells me not great.
That was Joe Van Allen, who's the assistant athletic trainer with Jimmy Whalen being the head trainer here for New England for years. Taking off the staff with a flip pass down to the 8. That's Ingram.
That was good by Trong. Trong has had actually a good, decent
you
game.
can call plays, and you might even be a better lip reader. It's impressive.
Well, you know, the 2 big jobs that were there for me when I was retired.
How are we going to use that one?
Was the CBS offer and then what is it, ventriloquist or something?
We'll get Dorsett,
Can mime really good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different areas that go. Read lips.
2nd and 4.
Ready! Ready!
Nada.
Right away again. We're going to have it 1st and goal from the 4. That's Butler with the tackle.
Butler's just shown why he should stay in New England.
So we put 5
Plain
minutes
and
to go.
simple. Sign the fucking contract.
Down 3 scores.
Get it done.
And out. To the goal line, stretching out. Brilliantly done by Fleener for the touchdown. He's got a touch for the 2nd straight week.
It's a good job by Fleener going up, just breaking out. Just a big boy catch. Keep the ball away. Don't let his hand get in there. And he stretches. Touchdown. That's over the line. Here's where my brain goes on this, though. When you watch this play.
By the way, first off, they're going to go for 1 here because they still, if they convert here, they'll still need 2 touchdowns and 2 twos. They want to try to get it down to a 2-score game.
Yeah, but it's the right play. And then, come back with an onside. You don't have to necessarily with 2 timeouts. You can get it going. But Sean might onside this.
Gets the extra point. Breeze over 300 yards now. And a couple of touchdowns.
NFL on Sky Sports. Brought to you by DraftKings.
Introducing new Control GX for men. The shampoo with a brain. What makes it so smart? It reduces gray the same way it grows in. Gradually. The more you shampoo with Control GX, the less gray you have. Just use it until you like what you see. How smart is that? Gradually reduce gray with Control GX from Just for Men. The shampoo with the brain.
Oh, would you look at that? What a drag! No, not you, sir. Looks like your engine is clogging up with dirt. Must feel like lugging around one of these. Over time, VP Ultimate with active technology eats up the dirt like 1,000 ravenous piranhas. Look at those wee fellas go! Engines cleaned with VP Ultimate could give you up to 21 more miles per tank. I'll be here if you need me.
It doesn't matter where in Britain you live. Things, people, places, they're all moving forward all the time. How far we've come can't always be measured in miles. But from one generation to the next, we never stop heading. Introducing all new Ford Fiestas. Together, we go further.
Fair to say, the world is insane at the moment. When was the last time you saw the news and weren't terrified? Every day we're bombarded with something new. So, my new show, we're going to celebrate the heroes and mock the madness. The Russell Howard Hour starts Thursday at 10, exclusively on Sky One.
NFL on Sky Sports. Brought to you by DraftKings.
Well, the old special teams coach in his career, Bill Belichick, getting his team prepped for what he anticipates will be an onside kick. Which the Saints had a successful onside kick, one of Sean Payton's great calls in Super Bowl 44 when they opened up the second half against the Colts. Morstead was the one who executed it to perfection. This will be Lutz. To the air, and by Hogan. Boy, it was suspending in air for a moment there.
Well, going back to that touchdown, this is what makes Bill Belichick special. Okay, we're in this meeting, production meeting. Sean Payton says, we're trying to find tendencies, all of our analytics. See these 5 guys right here? They're going to rush the quarterback. They love to drop 2 of those guys out all the time. But Belichick says, hey, you know what? we won this game. We're fine. I'm going to rush all 5. You know why? Because analytics, when they go through next week, they're going to all want to say, what percentage do they play man and rush 5? He just added to that number right there by listing 5 guys and showing the people, hey, 50% of the time he does this. 50. You never get a beat on what he's going to do. He throws away little stuff like that to just make your analytics get thrown off. It's really smart.
Here's the handoff from Brady to Gillisley down to the 30. They'll be taking on a
pretty much this game is
next week. That's coming on
done
Thursday
and
night
dusted.
against Cincinnati with a rookie quarterback, Deshaun Watson. Rookie quarterbacks against Bill Belichick, not so good.
Not so good. And the big part of that is when Bill O'Brien goes in and watches tape, he goes, okay, so tell me on 3rd and 3, what's his tendency? What's the 65% play call? And it's like, well, it's 51-49 man versus zone. Okay, well, what's the blitz? 51-49. That's where he gets you. He self-scouts himself better than anybody in the league. Belichick is going to make sure that call was a throwaway call to help his self-scout for numbers for the future weeks.
Brady, 4th highest passing total of his decorated career, and Gillisley has 1. Yeah, 440. That's the 4th most. And there'll be a lot of questions after the game about what the Saints are going to do. This defense trying to patch that together. 0-2. You know, they've been at least 0-2 now. This will be the 4th straight year, it appears, and barring again some crazy final 4 minutes here. But on the Patriots side, all these questions are going to arise about who's going to be healthy next week. Will Amendola, for example, be back?
There's a lot of questions on this New England. They showed today they're for real. Listen, Tom Brady's still standing. They're going to be just fine. Belichick's still there. But I just don't see how you can keep winning against man coverage. I mean, look at who. There's no great matchup. He's got to throw this ball to James White.
2nd and 6.
He's throwing the fullbacks.
Devlin.
He's throwing the fullbacks outside the numbers, you know.
Well, you don't like Devlin going deep, beating you on the post?
I don't think I would respect his speed. If I'm Monte Teo, I'm like, I might want to get up and cover that. He's not running by me. 260 pounds and runs a 5 flat.
There you see the NFL percentages. If you start 0-2, last year one team made the playoffs after starting 0-2. That was Miami that went on to a 10-6 record and got in through the wild card round and lost to Pittsburgh. So
every player knows in the NFL, Jim, 0-2 is like not a death sentence, but you feel everyone's job is on the line now. The head coach, the front office guys, all the players, this season is on the line. You want a miserable season? Start off 0-2 and then lose, 2 of your next 3 games or next game. Now all of a sudden no one's happy in the building. The whole place is shut down. Everyone has to walk around on eggshells. It's a miserable 3 months.
3rd and 1. Appears to be enough for the first down. And Tracy, back over to you.
Jim Phillips Dorsett on the sideline, helmet on. It looks to be a left knee injury. No official word from the Patriots yet. He's been running around. He's been on the bike. Definitely looks a little bit uncomfortable, but looks like he could go in if they need him. And remember, Chris Hogan, I watched him. No one checked him out. No athletic trainer, but he was very conscious of that right knee, Jim.
Yeah, he's coming back out here, and he's also the one to recover the onside kick. So
they have to have him. I mean,
there's no one else.
If next week they're in a 2-minute situation, how the heck would anybody know the call? I mean, you're going to have to call the same screens. Right here on
Laven down for the Saints.
You're going to see the middle of the screen right here. Oh, you're going to get a high-low. Yep, you got the guy up top, and you get a low. Oh.
He's a first-year player out of Arkansas. He was a free agent a year ago, and he was a teammate, in fact, at Arkansas with Dietrich Weiss, who's made so many plays for the Patriots defense. So he's helped to the sideline. Looks like the Saints have just called a timeout. State Farm post-game show is coming up shortly with JB, Phil, Nate, Boomer, Coach Coward. All the latest scores and highlights coming up on the State Farm post-game show. So, yeah, what do you do during the week? How do you try to patch this together? Maybe, who knows, maybe
Patriots receivers look
Monday morning radio show that he does. Maybe
Batters and
field
fucking
some
bruises
on-air
too.
applicants and see if anybody is interested, can sell him on, give me a tryout, who knows?
He's going to need him because they have nothing. They're depleted. Funny thing is, Sean took one of their slot receivers from training camp who would have been on their practice squad.
That's a good one, Austin Carr.
Austin Carr. He took him from without knowing, that it was probably going to help him today, but that guy would be their starting spot next week. Now, they need Amendola to get healthy. He's got the concussion. That would be a huge lift to their offense if he could be healthy next week. If not, you got to tune in to watch because, boy, I don't know what they're going to do to beat man coverage.
Gronk, Dorsett, Hogan, not looking 100%. Yep. 2nd and 9. Take that a timeout. And that's, again, Gillisley for 1. Back home, back to Gillette. Again, for the Texans coming to town. And then Carolina, another home game for the Patriots. At Tampa, that's a Thursday night game. Tony will be there for that one.
They go on. Tampa looked good today. They beat up on the Bears pretty good. And, Chicago looked improved from last season. But Houston, Carolina, Tampa, that's all man-to-man teams. Not what they want to see going into the schedule with people banged up.
2-minute warning. Back in a moment.
NFL on Sky Sports. Brought to you by DraftKings.
Great morning to you.
I am not sure I understand. Captain Obvious.
What's not to understand? Thanks to Hotels.com, I got this room for less. Woohoo!
I am not sure I understand.
Money off. Woohoo!
Calling Jenny Woo.
Save 10% on your Hotels.com booking using code SALE10.
A healthy balance shouldn't just be financial. It's about doing what you love. And if your money's working hard without you needing to, you can enjoy getting the balance just right. That's why our 123 Times account gives you interest and cash back on selected household bills every month. Here to help you prosper. Santander.
The new IKEA Catalog. Full of ideas to help you relax and recharge. Search IKEA Catalog. Grab a copy. Use it.
It doesn't matter where in Britain you live. Things, people, places, they're all moving forward all the time. How far we come can't always be measured in miles. But one generation to the next, we never stop heading. Introducing all new Ford Fiesta. Together, we go further.
The scale return as England face the Windies in a 5-match ODI series. 2 heavyweights of white ball cricket. England beat the Windies. Starts Tuesday, live on Sky Sports Cricket.
When was the last time you saw the news and were terrified? The Russell Howard Hour starts Thursday at 10, exclusively on Sky 1.
NFL on Sky Sports. Brought to you by DraftKings.
Welcome back. So the first finals of the night are coming in. Carolina have held on to beat the Buffalo Bills 9-3. Just 3 Graham Gano field goals, and Tampa Bay all over the Chicago Bears 29-7. Mike Glennon against his old team for the Bears. He had 2 interceptions, including a pick six, and he lost the fumble tonight.
That's actually the word.
False start. Offense. 14.
All that time.
5-yard lead. Still 3rd down.
Well, then here's the thing. You won the game. You played well. You finished 6. And now you've given your coach ammo for you to be like, you got to be kidding me. This is it. Now tomorrow you're going to walk in. He's going to walk right by you in the hallway. And he's going to be like,
be careful. Don't lip read any longer, okay? You remember you were doing that earlier?
I almost did. I almost threw it over. I'm new to this thing.
Yeah, save yourself this time.
Here we go. Let's hand it to Cooks and get him hurt. That's not, I wouldn't be doing that there either. Cooks does a smart thing and says, I'm down, I'm taking a knee.
So So the Saints, for the 4th year in a row, on their way to 0-2. A couple of those years it went to 0-3. Carolina has won its game against Buffalo in a 9-3 thriller. So they have to play at Carolina, a division game, and then on to London against Miami, which debuts, and again had their first week game postponed. They'll be at the Chargers later today.
This was their easiest test for the Saints offense. They had to go Minnesota, at Carolina in week 3, and then home here against New England. This was their defense that they probably liked the best chance to go up and down the field on. This is not a good sign right now for New Orleans to start this year.
Still 4th down.
So they take the delay of game, and they brought out already Brian Allen's punt.
4th year in a row, Jim. 0-2 for New England, or for New Orleans. This is one of those spots that you're just, as a fan, you're just, boy.
This whole 0-2 thing, this is something all summer long. When I was hanging with you out here, you talk about 0-2. Oh, that second week, if you're 0-1, the pressure on you to, 0-2 is a disaster. And this was before the season started.
It's not. It's really difficult. That second game becomes huge. And now New Orleans knows the season's on the line. You don't come back from 0-3. You can probably count on one hand the number of teams who've ever done that. And they're going to a tough environment against a 2-0 Panther team. But I wouldn't count this guy out. He'll have a few tricks up his sleeve next week. He's not going to go away without doing something a little unconventional to jumpstart this team.
As I mentioned, they'll dip into the division at South, at NFC South, has actually produced the NFC champion the last 2 years with Carolina, their opponent next week. Back in 2015, last year the Falcons. It's a strong division. I mean, you got Tampa Bay. Everybody expects them to be much better this year. Atlanta, Carolina, the Saints now. With 1 minute and 4 to go. No timeouts. The Coleman for 10.
My coach used to be like, nothing silly here. The game's over. Don't throw a pick that no one's going to remember, but it's on your stat line for the next 10 weeks. And I'm always trying to fire in there 30 yards downfield. 30 seconds to go down.
Another completion for about 8. Clock still runs. So these 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks came in with 128,000 career passing yards between them. Brady at 446. Breeze at 342. Looking for more. In fact, looking for a whole lot more. So that's almost 800 yards between them today. May even get to that number if Breeze completes another throw or 2.
I mean, they both lived up to the hype, obviously, but they're just very different games in the sense that Tom Brady, and this is really a little bit of a story of their careers. I mean, they're so exceptional. They're on, the Mount Rushmore guys have played in the last 15 years, and Breeze just hasn't had the talent on the other side of the ball that Brady has. Brady's exceptional, right? We know that. But the window between them, from one to Peyton Manning to Breeze to Rodgers, they're all similar. It's just to be that much better with 5 Super Bowls, you have to have a Belichick and a defense.
By the way, as you try to find that appropriate superlative, how about 90 games into his career where they've been on our watch for the broadcast? Let me know when you can come up with a few that haven't been used before.
Yeah,
good stuff.
He's special. We're probably looking at the greatest quarterback who's ever played the game. And we get a chance to still, usually it happens when you're done. We get to watch him still each week.
Last play of the game is the handoff to Ingram. He picks up a big chunk as we close it out with a 36-20 New England win.
That wraps it up, guys. Patriots go on to play Houston at home next week, which I shall be live streaming this at the same time. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed, turn the notifications on, all that shit. But let's talk this game. We saw a lot of good things from the offense, but Gronk went down, Dorsett went down, Hogan went down. They're the top 3 receivers now, and Dola was out. So, if all 4 of them are gone, who does Brady throw to? Who does Brady rely on? Now, bear in mind, Brady has to trust the receiver as well, so I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be a tough battle next week against the Texans and whatnot. Defense-wise, they need to improve massive amount for next week because Texans can score touchdowns. That's the problem. Oh gosh. But guys, with that being said, I want to thank everyone for watching. Make sure to like this video, share it, and subscribe. And I shall see you in the next video. Peace. I got hiccups.